I mean, are we ready? Are we ready, dude? Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar? Blackberry. We're ready, we're ready. Let's be ready. Okay, now I got some gripes. I got some complaints, dude. He's gonna go off. And look, I'm being quiet because otherwise these microphones will cut out my voice. We found that out the hard way and we don't like it. We found it out the hard way and we don't like it. Shot Simple, what up? What up? So I'm back in Vegas, you know? I'm back in Vegas and I'm hanging out, dude. I'm back in Vegas and I'm hanging out. Okay? So let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show where it belongs, on the road. Now, these microphones are giving me a headache, but otherwise, I would have even worse audio. Okay? So we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna put up with it. Okay? Bay Area throwbacks in the house. JD's in the house. Jack's in the house. Diosa's in the house. What up? He's drinking a Dr. Pepper Blackberry, zero sugar, folks. He's doing it. He's doing it. What's up, Richard? And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. He's got his hair done. He did. Last minute, he found someone in Vegas. He went over there and he did what he had to do. Now, here's the thing, okay? You guys may remember I had my hair long, last year and the year before. Um, and it was braided, and it was pretty much just right here, shaved on the sides. That's because when I went to Tejas, I had a mullet. I let the mullet grow out. I was shaving the sides myself. And when I was getting my hair braided, I wanted the side to be braided a little bit. So he grew it back out. He shaved his head and he grew it back out, right? He wanted something like this. Okay, see, he's got one more braid on the side because before it was way up here. So she did it, and then she did the other side, much bigger. So they don't match. So on this side, 8 months of growing my hair down the drain, kind of, right? But here's the thing. She was incredibly sweet. She was awesome. Had actually a great time just hanging out with her while she braided my hair. Um, she was super cool. So we all, it's partially my fault. I was probably yapping too much. I yap sometimes. Sue me, okay? So I'm not mad at her. I'm a little bummed, but she did a great job otherwise. Okay? And I would shout her out, except I don't want that to be like I trashed her because I wasn't trying to trash her. She did a great job. She was awesome. And then he flew home to the Bay Area for FansFest, right? That's what he did. Audio sounds good. All right, cool. These mics will cut out if I get too loud. Not that I ever get too loud, but wow. Yeah, Debo. Is this good framing? More? I don't know. I can't tell. I had to reset up everything. Uh, how long should my FansFest video be? It's currently 15 minutes. I think you should make it at least 9, 10 hours, at least, so that we can sleep to it. Everyone wants to sleep to it, Gabe. Okay? Oh, and Gabe, I have some serious complaints about you. Um, did I tell you guys last week? I don't remember if I told you. Actually, I might have got this after, but new camera, 360 camera. If you follow on Instagram, you may have seen some clips I did with this in Vegas. Really fun camera. I'm excited to see how I can use it. I wanted to bring it to the Vegas Golden Knights game because it would have been cool in the arena, but they didn't allow like any cameras except for like a very specific uh policy. So I don't think I was able to bring this in. But new camera, and hopefully that will add some really cool dynamic shots. And it's also cool if you guys have never seen a 360 video. Like you can literally watch it on YouTube and move it around 360. And I think I can go live on this. So one day I kind of want to try it. So we'll see. Dude, I just got here. I mean, What's up, Marie? Yes, I'm back in Vegas. $20, but I didn't know if you did change. Oh, we could have figured it out, man. Oh, I gave you all the stuff for. Oh, you're good then. Nah, don't worry about it. I wasn't there to make money, you know? Shot simple. Oh, you saw it? Thank you. I'm glad you saw it. Because I know you do your thing too, so I like the other creators and artists to see that stuff. All right, so I flew back today. Okay, all right, guys, I flew back today. I hadn't eaten, so I got DoorDash, okay? I didn't feel like going anywhere. I got DoorDash and I got a place called, hold on, let me check. I think it's a chain and I think it's in multiple places, but it's called Teriyaki Madness. Have you guys heard of Teriyaki Madness? Yes, he's got the glasses on because he's having fun, right? He's having fun. TeriyakiMadness.com. Let me see. Franchise. I don't know like how many states it's in, but I've definitely heard of it before. Hold on, it's loading. Um, So it's not loading. It's not. Why would it load? Okay, yeah, they are all over the place. Soon, soon, soon. Oh wait, I can show you guys. I forgot I got my thing set up. I got my browser thing set up. Look at this. Look at this. Where's the browser? Where's the browser? Here. That didn't work. That did not work. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom. All right, Teriyaki Madness. It's all over the place, so it's not special to Vegas. It was so good. It was so good. I got a teriyaki chicken bowl, teriyaki chicken, rice. I did all broccoli and I added avocado. Oh my goodness. And guess what, dude? Guess what he did? Guess what he did, dude? Just one guess. Oh, that's right. He got crab rangoons for later and chicken pot stickers for later and some noodles for later. Wow, he thinks ahead too. He's always one step ahead of the competition. He's always at least one step ahead, but usually 6 to 7 steps ahead of his arch nemesis, Gamer Athletics. So Teriyaki Madness, dude. If you haven't had it, good lord. And guess what? It put me to sleep, dude. He knocked out and he woke up about 45 minutes ago. And then also guess what? All right. We're gonna get to the juicy stuff, but right now I just want to have fun and rant. Okay? Now, I've told you guys before, you may have heard it. If you know me personally, you've probably definitely heard it. But my upstairs neighbor at home just is so inconsiderate, um, and stomps around, power walks around. I'll hear him like basically like doing the garbage, I guess, like late at night, and the stairs going up to his unit, they're like those concrete stairs that just rumble the whole building, and he'll just run down them to go take out the trash at midnight. Um, and him and his girl, I guess, recently had a baby or whatever. Um, so like I don't want to be a jerk. I talked to him before, but then he started reporting me for noise, which is crazy. Like, all right, yes, I get loud and I yell when I'm doing this kind of stuff, right? Maybe at FansFest sometimes or on the live stream. But otherwise, I swear I am such a low-key person. I'm so chill. I'm so quiet. I'm so quiet. And I grew up in a household with a stepfather who was super, super sensitive to sound. So it's just in my DNA to like be quiet. I could be completely by myself and I will still like close doors gingerly to not make a loud noise. So yeah, other than me when I'm doing variety stuff, goofing off, I am a very, very chill, quiet person. There's a lot of times people think I'm like really social or whatever if they meet me because of this channel, but I am not. I'm very antisocial. I'm a homebody. I turn on, right? I have this version of me hidden down there, but I run out of battery and have to recharge by being quiet at home. And sometimes I just don't even like to talk. Like physically, I don't like to talk. Um, which some people, let's say, I don't know, an example, ex-girlfriends don't understand. Sometimes I just don't physically want to talk, and that doesn't mean you can't talk. I just don't want to, just my responses are going to be just very mellow. Sometimes I don't want to chat, okay? So he started reporting me. So what I did was I just started documenting it. I'll literally record a video of him stomping around and with the timestamp. Um, and yeah, so I've been dealing with that at home, which is super annoying. And oh, all right, well, let me get to the second part. Now, I think some family just showed up above me here, and they're like literally like running and jumping, and it's just like I can't get away. I can't get away from it. I just heard a little bang right now. I saw one of the guys come down the stairs about 30 minutes ago, popped my head out real quick, and I said, "Hey, please, ma'am, like with the running and stuff, please." I even went like this. I was like, "Please, man, please." And then he didn't really respond to me, right? He kind of just looked at me. And guess what? I started to feel something coming up. So I kind of, a little bit of a snap, a little bit of a snap. Okay, not a big snap, a little tiny bit. And I said, "Is that okay with you?" And he said, "C," which makes me think maybe he doesn't speak English and maybe he didn't even understand what I asked. Because I just said, "Hey man, please, like, if you're up there, like, can you please, like, the running and stuff is very loud. Like, please, can you just, all right." Now, here's the thing. I've been having these issues, right? So I'm very self-critical. I am the hardest person on myself by far. So I analyze it and try to think, am I tripping? Okay? Am I the one that's wrong? Am I the one that is bugging, as Bugs Bunny said on the Space Jam soundtrack? You're bugging, right? Am I bugging? Would Bugs Bunny call me out for bugging? That's what I needed to know. No, but I think of it and I think I'm very reasonable. Yes, if it was up to me, I would never hear noise, of course. But when it's regular noises, I don't get mad. There used to be a baby that was in on the other side of my wall in my bedroom. This is a few years ago, and it would cry and it would wake me up, but I wouldn't get upset. It didn't bother me at all because it's a baby. That's life. Babies are gonna make noise. The upstairs neighbors that stomp around, I hear them vacuuming and it's really loud through my ceiling when they're vacuuming. I don't get mad. You have to vacuum. I get it. That's life. Okay? That's life. I'm reasonable. But when it's 2 a.m. and you're power walking back and forth, and it's like you're dropping stuff because it's just banging and like literally making my not chandelier, I was gonna say chandelier, my fan and light shake, you know. And these people, I could hear the sink or something. I don't know. Because we're in a we have full kitchens and stuff. And my issue is like running. They're literally running. It's not like I'm just hearing any noises and I'm set off. It's like actual running. So, anyways, I almost snapped on the guy. But here's the thing too. I do my best to contact management, authorities. I don't call the police. Okay? If you break into my house, I'm shooting you, I'm not calling the police. And then we'll find a good lawyer. Okay? I don't deal with authorities. I don't do that. I don't go to security. I don't do that. That's why I popped my head out and I said, please, man, I'm just, I I don't want to go to management. But then these people don't play. Oh, I admit what? Hardest person on himself? Well, yeah, I'll admit that. I'll admit that, dude. Does your company pay for food? Sorry, let me catch up on these comments. Um, so I do get a per diem during the week, but not all my food. I hate noisy neighbors. Worst thing ever. I'm dealing with a loud neighbor right now. I'm naturally quiet too. It isn't hard to be considerate. That's what I'm saying, man. And look, this is the thing. I've obviously been in upper apartments and stuff. My ex-girlfriend lived on the second or third floor or something. I walked I walked lightly everywhere I went, no matter the time of day, because I just wanted to be considerate. I would, walk gingerly to and from the bathroom or to the kitchen, whatever, all the time. That's to me, that's just being a decent person. And it's the same thing, like I understand being on the lower level, I'm gonna hear stuff. I accept that. But like it doesn't need to be so inconsiderate. And the fact, like I said, this dude, I hate to say that, I think it's a cultural thing too, but like when I see him run down the stairs that he should know takes the whole building, he's gotta hear it too when other people do it. But still, at midnight, he'll like literally like jog down the stairs with his trash to go take it out. So he just doesn't even, this dude doesn't even register that like other people aren't as okay with noise as he is, I guess. And it's just so disrespectful to me. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And yeah, I think I'm probably a little too sensitive to noise because of like my stepdad and the way we grew up with that. So, but I'm usually pretty chill. It's just sometimes it just sets me off. It sets me off. Because to me, all right, this is another crazy thing. I've definitely explained this before, but like I follow the lineage or like the pattern of like any action, even a small action, to like where that person is just an evil dictator. So it's like you do one selfish thing, and I can follow the pattern where if you just upped their power and authority a little bit, eventually they're a dictator. And so to me, it's like, oh, you're inconsiderate. Like you would just leave me to die, you know? And I wouldn't do that. I would save strangers' lives if I could. I'm not saying I'm a hero. I'm saying I think everyone should be that way. And that's what's wrong with society, folks. He figured it out, didn't he? Come on, you guys see the Bay FC kit? You guys see the Bay FC kit, dude? Stop playing with me. Gabe, I think your FansFest video should be like 1 hour. 40. FansFest looks awesome. John Cena turned evil. I heard that. Yeah. I live in a duplex that's connected by my neighbor's garage. My new neighbor is in and out of his garage all day, every day. Oh, dude, yeah, that's annoying. Steph Curry first dunk in 6 years. Yep, and then we lost. Most people who don't live in an apartment don't get it, and some people are just not built to live in an apartment. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe I'm not because I'm so sensitive, but at the same time, like I said, I think I'm reasonable. I think I'm reasonable. Okay? I don't expect to never hear sound. Anyways, I live in Miami with this aesthetic. Ooh, he's a playboy though, ain't he? Getting any Gabe's bobbleheads? No, dude, I do not support. I do not support that guy. Okay? All right. What else? So FansFest. You guys want to talk about FansFest? Rob, the season ticket thing, I got a little story we're gonna discuss in a bit. Um, so FansFest, if you guys have been following the saga, I was in Vegas, so I had to fly back for that. Um, and so it was a quick turnaround trip. Hold on, sorry. I'm writing something so I don't forget. Um, it was a quick turnaround trip. Now, I was trying to get everything ready for FansFest, so I had a lot of packages coming and things like that, and it was really, stressful to kind of deal with it remotely. But thank goodness for my wonderful mom. She kept going over to my place to get packages, and then she even, here, the glasses were for my ranty rants. Okay, now I can see better. Um, Man, I look tired, don't I? Dude, the teriyaki madness knocked him out, dude. Okay, but the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Blackberry is bringing him back. So, not sponsored, but it can be business email in the description. If any of the fine folks at Dr. Pepper are out there and want help expanding to Las Vegas in the next 3 weeks, um, what up? What up? Uh, I'm sensitive too, and it's the only problem when someone who doesn't know how to live. Yeah, dude, it's super annoying, man. Just like be considerate to people. Um, and the thing is, I feel like when people are inconsiderate, I just like flash because I want to like, I don't know. It's just like be considerate, dude. You got the Chapman Gold Glove bobblehead at a flea market for $7. That's sick, dude. Great pull. Um, so yeah, I had to get all the FansFest stuff ready remotely, and my mom like took a bunch of stuff out of the boxes and like organized it for me and stuff. She did a ton to help me, so that was really really cool. Um, and then the boy himself joined me. If you guys were there, the boy himself was actually kind of manning the booth um for a good long while. Wait, do we not have a, hold on. There it is. There it is. Let me show you guys. The heck? That's so weird. This photo's not popping up. There it is. Okay. Trying to get this going. Trying to get this going. All right. So me and the boy himself, we set up the booth. We got there. I don't know what time we got there. We were right behind Gabriel, Gamer Athletics, who, as you guys know, is my arch enemy. He's the villain of my story, my hero's journey. And he almost had us go to the wrong parking lot. That's fine. Went to the right parking lot. We loaded out. We had to move the car. Um, and it was we've never done anything like this, so we didn't know how to set up the table. I just got some random things. As you guys know, I've been trying to build my shadow boxes and my display case and stuff, so I kind of just use some of that stuff. If you can see, there's little like risers and stuff to put stuff on. And this was my game plan, okay? This was my game plan. Wait, I was able to get the retro Ricky bobblehead. Nice, dude. Boy himself was protecting my pickups at all costs. He was. One of them was suited and booted, looking dapper. You know it. You know it, dude. I did see Jose Canseco. Um, yeah, so this was kind of my game plan. Like I did not go to FansFest, or I did not agree to have a table um with Gamer Athletics to just try to like make money or whatever. It was more just to be out there. Um, so I wanted some stuff that just kept the flow going, I guess. So now Gamer Athletics, he was just there to make a profit. Like whatever he had to do to make a profit, he was willing to do. Um, right? He was scheming. He was, it was just, it was a whole thing with him. Um, one of the best bobbleheads of me and my dad collection. The 4040 bobblehead is a really good bobblehead. Um, so anyway, my thing was, you guys have seen I've been collecting the mini stadiums, and I've gotten so many that I have like some duplicates and stuff now. So I just grabbed a bunch of them and just brought them. Um, so it's hard to see in this photo, but there's a Candlestick 49ers configuration there. There's a Polo Grounds there. There's a Shibe Park there, Angel Stadium, Comiskey Park. and two different sizes of Forbes Field. Um, Now I know I'm a bully. That's crazy because your whole family bullied me the whole day. Um, you guys were there just doing whatever you had to do to try to get every penny, every nickel out of people that you could. And uh I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So the stadiums, I knew like it wasn't gonna be like a big seller. People don't go to FansFest to like buy a mini stadium, especially because like they're not super cheap. Like the cheapest ones were like 40 bucks, and the candlestick one, that's like over 100. Um, so I they were more to like get people something to look at and just something that was cool. And I think that worked out well. There were some people that really, really liked the stadiums. And there was even some like there's these two old guys, and they were just looking at all the stadiums, like every little detail of them and discussing the history. Then there was another guy, I don't know if he was doing a video or live streaming or something, but he was like showing each stadium and was talking about the history of that stadium. Like this is where so and so, this is where, Brown Boots Robinson in 1912 hit a blah blah blah. Um, so he like knew all the history, so he was there for like 15 minutes looking at each one. Uh, so I think that really worked out. And then if you can tell, we had a little case that had my vintage style recreation pins. I made one for Raymondi Park and I made one for Ricky Henderson. And then I had some Coliseum stickers, and all those were $1 each. So I wasn't trying to like make money. I just wanted people to have something to grab and keep the flow going. And I think that worked out pretty well. Um, and a lot of the other stuff was just eye candy. And one thing I learned is that the metal prints, you can kind of see them there. There's a whole bunch of metal prints. And the ones I was stressing about getting, I didn't get all of them, but I got a lot of them. Um, Almost nobody looked at them. Like only a few people even like looked through them. So obviously with this setup, this is like a learning process. Like how do you set up a table to get people to like look at things? Obviously, even though they're right there, that was a failure. And I guess maybe because they're surrounded by the mini stadiums, and they're wrapped up, maybe. I'm not sure. But, human psychology is a thing, and I got to figure that out. Um, you try to get the most profit. You can't just say that. You can't just say that. Tony said he doesn't appreciate you calling him a bully. Dude, everyone, you guys bully me constantly. You guys are throwing mini baseballs at me. I went over to his company's booth and they kicked me out. They bullied me at the other booth. Um, so while Gabe was trying to, so while, while Gabe, while Gabe was trying to, steal the coins out of everyone's trousers, dude, I'm over there trying to slang these stadiums. Um, no, obviously I'm joking, but we had the joint tables. Okay, it was a lot of fun, and Natalie was running the table for the most part, the gamer side of the table, and she even brought snacks, which was cool. Where's the thing? Oh, here it is. Um, Let me show you guys. Um, oh yeah, so here's like the gamer side. There's a whole table full of snacks, dude. Um, and obviously Gabe brought a bunch of bobbleheads and stuff. Now, we did get that banner. You can see it. Gabe purposely blocked my logo on the banner in this photo. Whoever was taking this photo, he's like, make sure, he like whispered, make sure that the variety logo is blocked. Um, so the banner was too big, so we had to put it up on the fence, but it worked out. But again, that's another learning thing because like most people didn't even look at the banner. So, that's a learning process. We got to get a smaller banner if we do this again. Um, Friday Show tried to bring the stadiums for profit. Don't let them lie. I didn't. I actually, I actually lost money on like the one I sold, I think. Uh, I definitely appreciated checking out your booth. Love looking at the mini stadiums, the other stuff you had. Thanks, man. So yeah, I just tried to get a variety of things. The metal prints, I didn't notice them until my third pass by. Yeah, see, that's something like human psychology and the way people's like eyes kind of move. It's a real thing. That's one thing I like about Disneyland is like they're really good at getting people's like sight lines to follow what they want, and it's a real thing. So yeah, the metal prints, maybe I got to put them up on a board or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Dylan is a certified bully. Dude, you guys are just calling me a bully the whole time. How is Dylan a bully? Exactly. Everyone's bullying me, dude. Your nose is growing? Dude, my cute little button nose? My cute little button nose is growing? That's crazy. Every time I tried to ask questions about the history of the stadium, Dylan told me to shut up and just tell me the price. And if I was going to, oh, dude, the coalition against me is growing, and that's fine, dude. That's fine. I was built for this, dude. I'm wearing a Bay FC jersey. I'm in Vegas, and I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Blackberry. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description, dude. I'm built for this. And the people upstairs are still making noise, even though I asked them nicely to not make noise. Dude, I'm built for this, dude. Who is throwing baseballs at you? Sister Athletics. Natalie, I think, threw one at me. Sister Athletics also punched me in the eye. So, you know, Tony said he'll see you in the ring. Dude, I already challenged the whole family to Hell in a Cell. I was there to see Bay Area throwbacks. No. You're going to Oakland Roots home opener? I want to, but I fly home that day, I believe. So if I can get an earlier flight, but I'm not sure on my schedule yet. But I really really want to. So hopefully I can be at the Oakland Roots home opener, and I'm gonna try to be at the Valkyries opener as well. You told me it was $20 for the Steely Bob, and then charged me 60. Dude, that's not even. Hey, the kid's lying, dude. I had it listed for 30 bucks, and I gave it to him for 25. $5 savings, dude. Gamer Athletics told me if I didn't buy something, he would throw me in the bay. It's true. It's true. The man has showered with Sacramento Kings. That's what I'm saying, dude. Sister Athletics did hit Dylan in the eye. That wasn't fake. See, I don't lie, dude. I speak the truth out here. From the Bay to Vegas, dude. He speaks the truth. So, anyways, look, the booth, it was incredibly fun. Okay. We had a great time. We had a ball. I This was something I wanted to try to do anyways, was like get more involved in things like this. And I've been getting more into the merch side of things and all that. Look, Casey Pratt stopped by, or is that Brody Brazil? I don't know. It's one of them though. It's one of them, or it's Tracy Pratt. Gabe going to Oakland Roots home opener. Yeah. Dylan was even bullying his instant little brother Jet. You mean Jethro? No, I wasn't. Dude, Sister Athletics punched me in the eye as they were leaving. I was trying to say goodbye, and she punched me right in the eye. And when I say eye, I don't mean like here. I mean like literally her knuckles touched nothing except for my eyeball. I might be blind. I might be blind, lawsuit incoming. We'll see. We'll figure it out, dude. We'll talk to the lawyers, all right? So Casey Pratt stopped by. Here's everyone bullying me. Some of them, not everyone. Mama Athletics isn't there. But look, Sister Athletics is flexing right there because she knew what she was planning to do, which was pop me in the eyeball. Okay? Um, yeah, dude. So I don't know what to say. We got last dive bar there, right? And if you can tell, Gabe and Natalie, they're trying to intimidate me. And then they even have Lemonade 510, Jade, stunting on me as well. Uh, you know, so our precious baby boy ain't so innocent, right? Marie was probably somewhere, throwing my stadiums in the trash when this photo was taken. I don't know. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm missing some stadiums. I feel like they may have thrown some in the trash. It's just speculation, though. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Dr. Pepper. Let me know. I'm in Vegas for 3 more weeks, and if you need help promoting, let me know. You can sponsor the channel, and I'll. uh, bullying me into grabbing Red Bulls for him at the tour. I was shaking in my boots. He just kept bullying me. Dude, it's crazy. I was so excited to meet you. I was like, oh my God, crying, vomiting, knees shaking because I was so excited to meet Bay Area throwbacks. And then this is how he repays me, throws me under the bus. I did ask you to get me a Red Bull though. I did do that. And you did get me one, and I needed it because I did not sleep very much for a few days. Uh Scrappy also came, and let me show you guys too. And you can see in this photo, you can see Mama Athletics there, plotting on me. She's in the background plotting on me. Um, but like I said, I'm built for this. Okay, I'm built for this. I, you know, nobody's gonna hold me down, dude. Nobody's gonna hold me down. I'm gonna show you guys something else too. Okay, I'll show you guys something else. This is important stuff. This is the most important stuff, dude. Woe is me, Dylan. Woe is me. They probably turned into cash because you tried to make a profit. You got a Bart magnet from Lemonade 510? I got a handful of stickers from her too. It was cool. Leaving your brother there to work with no pay. Dude, I asked my brother, I was like, do you know where Gabe is? He's like, I haven't seen him for like an hour while your poor girlfriend and family were there sweating and tired. They had the dirt all over their faces like they just came out of a coal mine. All right. Poor Jet. He's total opposite of Dylan's craziness. No, I'm not crazy. Scrappy stole your scooter twice? You had a scooter? I didn't see you on a scooter. Probably needed Red Bull for all the energy you lost bullying the whole fans. That's crazy, dude. People just, hey, people just get on YouTube and say stuff, huh? People just get on YouTube and say stuff. I wasn't aware of that. Now, if you guys, now your guys' whole argument, right? Like, please continue, dude. That I'm the bully, I'm the problem, right? Please, because your boy keeps receipts, your boy keeps proof of everything. It's important to me. Uh, it's important that I am a truth teller. I am a truth teller. And so while you guys have been on here lying, right? You guys are on here lying. I'm gonna just blow all that up right now. Okay? Marie, Mama Athletics. Okay, I'm the bully. I'm the crazy one. You guys ready for a bombshell? You guys ready for the smoking gun? Huh? And I didn't even need lawyers for this. Imagine if I got my lawyers involved. I'm acting as my own counsel right now. Stole her stickers to sell them in his booth for a profit. All right, you look, you guys keep digging that hole because look at this. All right. Wait, emergency broadcast, folks. This is important. Emergency broadcast. Blomp, blomp, blomp. This is important, dude. This is the bombshell. This is TMZ dropping the news. Uh-oh, what's that? Is that Scrappy assaulting me? Is that Scrappy trying to choke me? Is it because I'm the only owner that's trying to save the Ballers and everyone else, including Gabriel, is trying to move the team to Vegas? That's just speculation. I can't say that for certain, but okay. So let's go down the line. So Scrappy starts choking me, right? Boom. He's in the act. Look, I'm flailing. I'm fighting. Now look right above his arm. Who is that? Who is that? That's Natalie. That's Natalie's forehead right there. She's not even batting an eye. She's not even paying attention to the fact that I'm getting choked to death. Not even batting an eye. Okay? If that's not enough, boom, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead, dude. Look, my arms went limp. He's almost dead. That's, you can see Sister Athletic's arm right behind me, not even attempting to get up and help. But also, look, boom, look at that. Mama Athletics right there, watching me get choked to death. And if that wasn't the worst of it, Gabriel is filming it for content. So he can get those precious views and that precious AdSense money. Now who's the bully? Now who is the bully? I have photo documented proof of me being assaulted and you guys not just watching it happen, but being indifferent and trying to turn a profit. I rest my case, Your Honor. He wins again, dude. He wins again. He wins again. Now, I'm a champion, right? So I fought my way out of this. I made it. Okay. Uh Sister Athletics is now uh internet bullying me. Okay. Answer for yourselves. I was looking shocked. I think you were loving it. I wasn't. That's not my thing. Draymond and Rudy Gobert in a nutshell. Scrappy could only get bullied for so long, but he finally snapped. I don't blame him. So you would have watched it as well. All right. Look, your whole family bullied me. You let me get assaulted, and then you tried to film it for profit. So, you know, until you guys have a presentation like that, until you guys have this documented, until you guys have receipts, I think it's clear that I've won again. Oh, ah. So, anyways, FansFest was a great time. It was a great time. Okay. Okay. Now, the best thing was the cupcakes. All right. We got the cupcakes. I do appreciate that. The Bernie lean. No, I was being assaulted while Gabriel laughed and filmed it. Oh, man, I don't know if I can trust you guys, you know? I just don't know if I can trust you guys. Here's Jose Canseco, NorCal Nodders. As you can see, he made this custom bobblehead right here. And Jose Canseco signed it right there. They were literally working on this. I think Sister Athletics was even helping them work on this up until the last moment. They had so many bobbleheads they had to work on. They did a bobblehead for all the old players that showed up. Tremendous stuff. Ruben Sierra's right there in the background too, which is super cool. And I don't think Rob was ready for this picture. I think he thought he wasn't in the picture and he was just he was just helping to hold the bobblehead. But no, Rob, you were in the photo. Okay? You were in the photo, Rob. No more cupcakes for me. See? 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 See what I get? See what I get? You can form the coalition against me, but I'm gonna come out on top. I'm gonna come out on top. But yeah, the shout out NorCal Nodders, man. This stuff was so cool. Um, the Ruben Sierra one was my favorite because he had him doing his leg kick. And he signed it right after this one, so that was That was awesome. Um, what else? I had other photos, but maybe that's it. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Um, I would like to do it again. I would like to do more things like this, be more involved. Um, I kind of want to ask the ballers if they'll ever have vendors or more vendors at the games themselves. Not that I would do it necessarily, but I think it would probably be a good idea. Um, and shout out some of the other people that were there. I don't have photos on deck, but Guy Slewinski was right across from us, which was cool. Lemonade 510 was next to us. Steve-O Custom Cards was out there. I bought two custom cards. I left them back in the bay, so I can't show them yet. But when I get back home, I will definitely have a show and tell with the custom cards I bought from him. Last Dive Bar was out there. Oakland 68s were out there. Who else was out there? I feel like I'm missing someone. Um, a lot of our good friends, Warren G was out there. I mean, come on, Warren G, dude. Um, Gold Dust was out there. Dustin Rhodes, uh, Powerhouse Hobbs. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. Turf Inc. did a did a dance competition, which is always a good time. And yeah, the players were out there too. It was super cool. Rob was pissed. Wish the Giants had a massive fan event like this that was ran by the community. That's what I was saying, man. I was telling Rob that when we were looking at his bobbleheads. Is like the Giants used to have that kind of culture. It was much more similar. And especially after the success of the World Series and stuff, um, and how I guess how prestigious as well, like the ballpark is, like Oracle Park. It's just it's a destination for business people and just like I said about Chase Center, too many sweater vests and all that. And that element of Giants fandom is just a lot less than it used to be. And I think out of all the fan bases that I know of that I can think of in the MLB, I think the Oakland fan base had the best version of the fan side of the culture. Um, but the Giants, they had really good stuff for many decades. Um, a lot of artists and a great fan base, a diverse fan base, and it's harder and harder to find now. And a lot of that too is people having to move away because they can't afford the Bay Area, they can't afford San Francisco. That's also a factor. There's a lot of factors, but if we could get the Giants fans to be more involved and active, that would be super cool. And just like the A's, I mean, there's so much awesome things you can pull from for art and these kinds of events and stuff. There's so much you can do. We also, like the A's fans, also have a pretty good relationship with our former players and alumni and whatnot too. So there's so much you can do, and I would love to see. This is something I've thought about. I would love to see fan bases, all sports across the country, kind of adopt this style of culture building, and I really want the teams to embrace it. And so that's what was so cool about FansFest yesterday is the fact that the A's left, right? But the San Jose Sharks were there, San Jose Barracudas were there, Sharky was running around. The Oakland Roots and the Oakland Soul were there, and of course the Oakland Ballers were there. And you had like the smaller professional leagues, the Oakland Spiders and whatnot. Um, Ultimate Frisbee team. Like teams should embrace this stuff, and it would be smart. I mean, if especially if you think of a team that's like smaller market, it's something they should be doing all the time. Like if I was running the Kansas City Royals or something, like I would tap into every Kansas City artist that I could find and like I would throw some sort of like Fans Fest type thing at Kauffman Stadium, and I don't just mean like the regular Fans Fest, like how they do it, but like have vendors and have a low bar of entry for the vendors. Don't make it a difficult thing because at Giants Fan Fest there is vendors sometimes, but they're already like more established and they're bigger brands already. You don't have the vendors that are just like, oh, I just make cool bobbleheads on the side, or like Steve-O Custom Cards, making his custom cards, and he just does it on the side. He's not he told me, I've talked to him about it. Like he's not trying to be like a huge thing or anything. He just loves doing it. It's just kind of something he really has fun like actually doing the process. So he's like, dude, it just, it just makes me happy, and it's how I kind of like relax or whatever. Like more teams need to embrace that stuff. Regulators Warren G, yes, he was there. You just want to make a profit. Coliseum Kings was there. Bought my Cespedes bobblehead from there. Yep, Coliseum Kings. Do you think the 49ers is that corporate? 49ers is like the ultimate in corporate. Uh, Sub Josie, you just came back. What do you miss? You missed a lot. A whole lot. I was not there trying to make a profit. Dude, Marie, I've already shown the receipts. I win. He wins again, folks. All right, Dr. Pepper, Blackberry Zero Sugar, not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. It's good stuff, and that's what we care about. Stockton Ports, Cal Athletic, yeah, Stockton Ports. I mean, yeah. Um, the 49ers, I'm glad you brought that up. Like the 49ers do so little of this. Um, and they do some stuff, right? But like there's definitely a lot of organizations and artists that support the 49ers, and the 49ers don't really do anything with that. Um, I know one artist they did a music video and it was sort of picked up and they added E40 to it. Then he was able to film a remix video in the stadium when it was empty. That's cool. But like other than that, the 49ers don't seem to do very much when it comes to the artists and whatnot. And occasionally they do. They'll bring out artists, but like if it's not Pilo, you know what I mean? Like they don't do too much. And if it was up to me, man, like the how invaluable someone like Rob is, like NorCal Nodders, 33 Customs, Mela, what they do with their bobbleheads is so impressive and so cool. And every team should find their people like that. And I don't even think a lot of those artists don't even they just want to be able to do it. They just want recognition and stuff. And I mean, I kind of feel like that way with my videos. Like I think my videos are always well intentioned, so I wouldn't see why they would have a problem with me doing a video or just like reaching out and being like, "Oh, come through for this." And obviously I've had some of those opportunities and I'm super grateful. And it's not just about me. I'm not saying that. I'm just using myself as an example, but there's other great artists and stuff that could be just given entry, really. Give them a little more official entry. And I know the A's at one point they were doing that. They were working with Last Dive Bar and whatnot. But I don't know. I feel like the teams need more of that. But again, that's kind of part of the bigger fight of the billionaires versus the little people. Do I need to send Sister Athletics to punch you in the other eye? See what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying? Shout out to Steve-O Custom Cars. Such a good person, so chill, down to earth. Dude, he's awesome. He's awesome. Yeah, I got two cards from him. I can't wait to do show and tell when I get back home and show you guys. It sucks too because the Niners have such a strong fan base. Yeah, they really do. And obviously the 49ers is another team that there's so much to pull from. The alumni still hangs out. They're still around. There's so many diehard dedicated fans. And I mean most NFL teams have that. So most NFL teams do not embrace the fandom very much. Baseball is usually better at it than football. I think actually a lot of NBA teams are pretty good at it sometimes. Like sometimes the Warriors impress me the way they'll reach out to like a local artist. So I do appreciate that. But I just think I feel like they're leaving money on the table, literally. Like they could, because I know that's what they're all about, sort of like gamer athletics. They're just all about trying to turn a profit. So it's like even if you want to do that, like these fans fest, you can make a decent amount of money. And fans fest yesterday was free, which was super cool. But like if let's say the 49ers threw, an official fans fest, they could charge $10 or something. And they don't even have to really do anything, just supply the location and the security and let the vendors come in. Um, like get on your socials and like post the cool art that people make. Just a share. Like imagine if you're someone like like NorCal Nodders, like Mela, like Stevo Custom Cards. Imagine you're one of those people and you make something really cool, a custom card or a custom bobblehead, or you Guy Slowinski, you draw something. You draw like a cool piece of art about a team or a player. Imagine how good it would feel for them for that team to like repost it just on their story. Like it doesn't take a lot for the team to embrace the community and the artists and the culture builders around that team. It doesn't take much. And like I told you guys before, when I did the FanFest video last year at Oracle Park, the official San Francisco Giants YouTube account commented on it, and they left a comment that was referencing a joke I made in the video, which means whatever social media intern or whatever actually watched my video, and that meant so much to me. Just a comment. So it's like you guys could do so much by just embracing the fans and the culture, and it's just a tip of the cap and a testament to the Oakland fans for doing this on their own. Um, and to the other teams that are left, the local teams and whatnot, for actually being there to be involved. It's a great step forward, and I think in the long run, I think a lot of this can be good um, on a local level because Oakland lost the big pro teams, but they've gained so much when it comes to actual local culture, which is super cool. And local culture that they own and is not just a huge corporate entity exploiting that. You know, the Raiders would never do that. Yeah. All right, Marie. Love you guys. Stop bullying me. NHL teams are really good at it too. Are they? I need to learn more about that, but that's cool to hear. What's up, Mark? I think once you become a name, the Niners and other friends will recognize your videos. It's just a matter of time. I Possibly, but I mean, I've seen a lot of great creators and artists and whatnot also just kind of get ignored. Um, and like with the A's, it's hard to say because obviously they were trying to leave and they were purposely driving a wedge between themselves and the fan base. But to me, what a wasted opportunity that they had someone like Gamer Athletics doing videos constantly promoting the experience and the love for the team for years, and they barely did anything for him. And most of the times, as far as I know, Jim could correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the times that he was hooked up with stuff, it was because he had personal relationships with people in the organization or that worked with them or whatever. It wasn't like the team or whoever like made a decision like we should reach out to these people. It was because people knew him and hooked him up. So like to me, that almost doesn't even count. You know what I mean? And just how stupid of the A's to have that for years and not tap into that. Just how foolish. And I know a lot of other teams have similar. They'll have people that, show up to games all the time and vlog or whatever, or constantly making art. Guy Slowinski's constantly making art. about a bunch of local teams and all these people, athletes, teams, all kinds of stuff. And they're like, at least repost it, like do something, man. Like recognize that this talented guy is making fun stuff. Um, and you can't expect them to see everything, so it's not like, I get that, but at some point you gotta pay attention to your fan base. Uh, I will be at FanFest, yes. I'm flying home for like 24 hours just to go to FanFest. So yeah, which is a bummer because I just found out that I think there's a game out here. I think it's like A's and Aviators. I kind of wanted to go to that and talk my trash. The A's fired a lot of their corporate staff and rehired. Yeah, they did. From what I heard, they cleaned house. And they started doing that before too. There was other people in the organization that were cut out early on. Um, but yeah, man. Otherwise, look, Fans Fest was great. Shout out everybody. I really appreciate everyone that stopped by. I appreciate the people that took a look at what we had. I had such a fun time making the vintage pins I was selling, and I was really happy that, like I said, I was just selling them for $1 just to keep the flow, and I was really happy that a lot of people seemed to like those and they picked them up. Um, and shout out the guy that bought the Polo Grounds Danbury Mint mini stadium. Like I said, I didn't expect to really sell any of the stadiums, and I was running around filming. I went back to the booth, and the boy himself was like, "Someone just bought the Polo Grounds." I was like, "No way!" And he pointed out the guy because he was still nearby. So I went over to him and just kind of thanked him, and said like, "Look, man, I didn't even expect to sell any stadiums, but it's really cool that someone appreciated the thing that I appreciate also. I just think that's cool, and I just, thank you for being you, kinda, just like it was cool. And to hear him talk about how cool he thought the Polo Grounds was too, because it's, if I could go back in time and see any ballpark, it'd be the Polo Grounds. And so, for just so, and he was a young guy too, so it was like it was cool. That's kind of like the history I intend to preserve and promote. That, maybe obviously I'm not like saying nobody's heard of the Polo Grounds, but I feel like as time goes on, it gets less and less talked about, most likely, because usually if there's any Polo Ground stuff, it's always the old guys that bring it up, but to see a young guy, uh, like me, incredibly young, to see a Polo Grounds and like drop money on it because he thought it was cool. I don't know. It just, for some reason, it warmed my heart. I appreciated it. And no, I didn't turn a profit on it. I actually have three Polo Grounds, and I don't remember the average price I paid, but it was basically broke even on what I paid for my things. I also think the trend is teams will start charging for FansFest. I'll just charge $30? Dang, 30 is steep. I mean, for me, I just like pay because I'm a sucker, but $30 just seems like such a high price for a fan fest. I should have got rather one, the Vita Blue bobblehead or the candlestick replica. They were there, man. They were there. Hey, Dylan, I agree with what you said. Listen, dude, I'm glad you're still in the race. Maybe I missed it, but how's everything going on in Vegas? No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really talk about it. I just got back to Vegas today, and had teriyaki madness and fell asleep. Uh, but yeah, just thank you to the people that did show up and checked out our booth and all that. And I'm really happy for Jet. He ran the booth like a champ for most of the day because I was running around trying to film and stuff. I don't even know if I filmed anything good. I haven't even had a chance to edit because I had to catch a flight and all that, and then fell asleep. And I'm gonna try to edit tonight. But I have the Vegas Golden Knights video that should be out in the next couple days. It's almost done. I'll show you guys real quick too. Not a full show and tell, but what's kind of cool is Raising Cane's had a souvenir cup. So they didn't have souvenir cups of the Golden Knights game, but Raising Cane's at a Souvenir Cup. Um, I'm gonna have to think on this how I rate it. I think the cup design itself is about a 7. Actually, it says 7 on it, right? I think it's about a 7, but it's hard for me to usually, the branding, the sponsorships, I'll knock it down a peg. But it was for Canes, at Canes. It wasn't at the game, right? It wasn't just a sponsorship. So they even have their mascot holding the Canes bag. And that's kind of cool. So this, I don't knock it down like I normally would for a sponsored cup. But the cup is kind of quickly, cheaply made, right? It's just a white cup. It's got just a bland seam. So I would say the design itself is about a 7. I won't knock it for the sponsorship, but I will knock it for just the cheapness, the low effort seam, and the fact there's no you got to leave room for what's it called? Uh Not ingenuity, you know what I mean. I can't think of the word, dude. I'm too tired. Um so this is gonna get knocked down to a 6. Um if this cup was at the game, this would be like a 4 or 5. Maybe a 5.5, but the fact that it's from Canes, I don't discount it, so I'll say a 6. Did I say 6? Yeah, 6. I'll do a solid 6, which is fine, right? I'm a, you know, I'm okay with a 6, especially from Canes. Okay, that's it. Sharks used to run an awesome fan fest. They had Legends game, old players, and tons of guys signing stuff. They haven't done it since COVID. Man, see, that's a bummer. Does Knights feel more corporate than the Sharks for games? Yes, yes, I would say so. Yeah, if you're saying how many things ended changed during COVID, for real. They decided to keep it that way. Yeah, there's a lot of places like I'm a night owl, so like so many places that changed their hours because of COVID and never went back. All right, Diosa. I think you have to treat the Raising Cane's logo like a stadium logo on a normal cup. Well, I mean, no, the stadium logo will add points. A sponsorship logo will take away points. So with that, it's just going to be a wash. It's definitely not adding to it like a stadium logo, so I won't say that. But it's a solid 6 for what it is. Innovation was the word I'm thinking of. There's no innovation, right? It's a very bland cup. But I do like the design. I like the background, the texture, the logo. Um, I see what you're saying though, because like it's from Canes, and I always say like I want to see where it's from. Maybe if it had Canes with the address of which Canes I got it from, or a picture of the Canes I got it from, but it's not that specific, so it's gonna be a wash on that. Bang Bang Variety Gang, you know it. 6 is hatched for a cup like that from a fast food chain. Harsh? You think so? But look, 6 to me is a fine score. I'm a harsh grader. I'm a harsh grader, right? I don't. There's a lot of room for innovation and things like that I leave. And so to me, 6 for a souvenir cup from a fast food joint, a 6 is a pretty good score, right? There's too many issues. It's a bland white cup, basic printed cup. The seam is lazy. Yeah, no, a 6 is a solid score for what it is. Uh, Waiting for you to say the address. And then I also stole a couple popcorn buckets. Okay. Now this is what's cool about this. It has T-Mobile Arena, okay? Has the Knights logo, has the cool skyline. I also like that the handle is the gold color. They did good with the color blocking on this, okay? You got some of the I don't know which building this is. What building is that? What building is that? I don't know. You got the Stratosphere, another hotel. I don't know. That almost looks like the Win. You got the Luxor pyramid, right? You got the Las Vegas sign. I forgot which towers these are. You got the Ferris wheel. Okay. What's also cool is it's got the UFC logo and it's got the Golden Knights logo because it's a T-Mobile Arena bucket. It's not just a Golden Knights bucket. The color blocking is really cool. Awesome color blocking. It's a solid quality bucket. The handle's not the best quality, but it's fine. Um, Now here's where I knock it though. The graphic is smushed. I don't know if you can tell, but like look, the Ferris wheel is not a circle. It's an oval. Everything is squished. The Vegas sign is kind of not designed right. It's not the right shape. The Luxor is squished. The Stratosphere is squished. I still don't know if maybe this is Caesar's Palace or something. Even T-Mobile Arena appears squished a little bit. And the Golden Knights logo itself is squished. So it makes me think that someone designed this for a taller bucket or something and they just resized it cuz like literally the logo is squished. Like look. See? But I love the color blocking. I love the multicolored skyline. That's really cool with the black buildings in front and the tan or gold buildings in the back. I really like that. So for a popcorn bucket, I'm gonna give this is gonna be a 7. This is gonna be a 7. Now, if it wasn't squished, this would be like an 8.5 or a 9. Probably 8.5 because the handle isn't the best. And then so if I had better handle, it might be a 9 if it wasn't squished. Also, no corporate sponsorship, so that's awesome. Um, except for UFC and the Golden Knights, but also the reason it would be a 9 with those changes is also because room for innovation, right? This is the thing. I can't give something like a 9.5 or a 10, and then bucket comes along that has LEDs on it and lights up, because then where do I go from there? So you have to leave room for innovation. But this is like, what did I say, a 7? I might say 7.5 since it doesn't have like Coca-Cola logo or a red Orville Redenbacher popcorn logo or something. And it has T-Mobile Arena, which I like. So yeah, I'll say 7.5. This is a cool popcorn bucket. 7.5. Better handle, the graphic not squished would put it into 9 territory. But also, like I said, nothing innovative about it. So that's a great popcorn bucket. That's a great popcorn bucket. The UFC logo ruins it. The mom and me can find different uses for that. Yeah, I'm trying. I gotta find a use for it. If you have any ideas, let me know. First building got to be Caesar's Palace. Yeah, I think you're right. Now that I look at it, it's just I think of Caesar's as tall, and this is squished, and it's way taller than T-Mobile Arena. So I don't know why they'd make it smaller, but I'm guessing those are supposed to be columns. I don't know. UFC logo makes that a 6. 7.5 without it? Oh man. Well, the fact that T-Mobile Arena hosts UFC is cool to me that it's on there. So yeah, I'll say 7.5. Um, and again, if it wasn't squished, better handle, it would be 9 and above territory. Trick or treating bucket. Well, I'm a little old for that. Um, Also got new cards similar to the old cards, but I like having cards. So if someone asks, "Hey, what are you filming?" I can just hand them this. And I'll have a bunch of show and tell stuff when I get back home, but I had to catch a flight today, and yeah. Um, So my flight today was interesting. So I don't even know why. Like it's not that great of a story, but I just wanted to tell it. So um you'd rather say Coca-Cola, man, you hate UFC. Um so first on my flight, so my round trip flight this weekend was Spirit. My first time on a Spirit flight, right? I've heard a lot about it. I don't know, like they had so many flight attendants. Like literally today, halfway through the flight, I saw some dude that I hadn't seen the whole day. I'm like, where'd you come from? Like, how many flight attendants you got? Like, they had more flight attendants than other airlines seem to have. And they were all really nice. Like, they were great on my flight home and my flight back today. They were really cool, really cool. Um, and on the flight home and the flight back, both flights, I ended up getting emergency row seats because they have more legroom, right? Not only that, but with all the incidents happening in the air and at airports lately, whether there's actually an uptick or it's just in the news, because I know sometimes that happens. There's not an uptick, it's just newsworthy now because everyone's paying attention. So, but there's been enough where I'm like, you know what? I want to be in the emergency row. I will do what it takes. I will do what I have to do. I will figure this out. I will get this thing open. I will help people get out of this plane. I don't trust other people to do it. Okay, but I trust myself to do it. I think I'll do it. I think I'll be all right. Okay. I don't panic in situations. Um, I have anxiety and whatnot, but I don't lose my cool. I don't freak out. Okay. So I'm like, let me be in the row and I have leg room. So this has only happened on Spirit. So I don't know if every airline's doing this now, but they like literally have your own spiel in the emergency row, and then you have to verbally confirm, yes, I am willing to assist in an emergency situation. Like they put you in through a little boot camp. No, I'm just kidding. Not a boot camp. I'm just joking. Okay. Not comparing it to anything. It's not that serious because obviously very unlikely that anything will happen. But when you get these seats, you do have to say you're willing to assist in an emergency, and you have to pay attention to a second spiel of safety stuff. And there's a whole card that explains how to open the door, how to get the raft, or not the raft, the ramp, and all that. Anyways, uh, a guy and a girl sat next to me in the row. Um, Immediately I noticed the girl, she had golden retriever energy, right? Like she just got on the plane. She was all like smiling and happy. And he had like both their suitcases and he put them up and she's just like golden retriever. And she sits down in the aisle seat. He sits down next to me in the middle and I have the window seat. And the lady, the flight attendant came and gave us our little spiel and then got to her when she had to verbally confirm and she didn't know what to say. And then she kept trying to ask her, and the dude in the middle, I didn't realize he had sunglasses on, and he's like asleep or like trying to sleep. So he didn't even pay attention to the spiel either. And so the flight attendant keeps asking her, like, do you understand that if there's a blah blah blah? And she's just like I said, golden retriever energy. She's like sitting there wagging her tail. And then she's kind of like she starts looking at her boyfriend who like wakes up and is like figuring out what's going on. And then uh basically the boyfriend kept trying to feed her answers. So it appeared that she barely spoke English, very little English. Um, and I couldn't tell what language they were speaking amongst each other, but it was like an Asian language. But I'm not well versed enough. So, and none of this is like making fun of her for not knowing the language. I barely know any words in other languages. This has nothing to do with that. It's just about the energy, which was funny. So she's just sitting there wagging her tail, like, and the lady's like, "Do you understand? Can you verbally?" tell me yes if you understand, blah, blah, blah. And she would just look at her, wagging her tail, right? And then the boyfriend starts feeding her answers, and she tried to say yes, and the flight attendant's like, you can't answer for her. And after like 5 minutes of this, the flight attendant, actually the other flight attendant came over and just said, no, you're gonna have to just get your stuff. We have to move you to a different seat because it is a safety issue or liability to be in an emergency row. And then, oh, and the boyfriend started getting like a little rude to the flight attendant. Um, and he spoke English and whichever language they were speaking, so he was communicating with them. And then the flight attendant was like, "You can move with her. Like, we'll accommodate. We'll make a seat." And he said no, and he just stayed in the seat and made his girlfriend leave. It's like, what the heck, dude? So, anyways, I don't know. It was funny, but also like, look, being in an emergency row is not, it's not a badge of honor. It's not like it's so unlikely anything will happen or whatever. But at the same time, if something does happen and I'm on that plane, I don't want her boyfriend to have to feed her answers on how to save lives. You know what I mean? like, like just move, dude. Just move. Like, and then it was funny too because he stayed in the row and he was just like, for some reason, I thought he seemed, I don't know, he seemed kind of arrogant, and I was just thinking like, this dude wouldn't help anybody. You know, this dude wouldn't help anybody. And his girlfriend, she seemed really nice. Like I said, she seemed like a golden retriever, just happy. And but I was just like, dude, like he was like arguing and trying to game the system to like let her sit there. And it's like, dude, like what if the plane tumbles down the runway? Just move, dude. It's not a big deal, you know? And then and the flight attendant was really nice about it. She was like, if you paid extra or whatever, you can get a refund. Just hit up Spirit, get a refund, whatever, blah blah. So I don't know. I just thought it was funny because it was just like, dude, like, why would you try to game the system in something even very unlikely, but still a possible emergency scenario? You're gonna game the system? Anyways. Did you see T-Pain in Vegas? He streamed yesterday on Twitch. He had a show at 2 a.m. No, I didn't. I just got back to Vegas a few hours ago. Every airline has you consent? Oh, okay. I guess I haven't sat in an emergency row in a long time. I had to leave for a bit. Did I miss the season tickets topic? No, no, that's next. Getting that seat is like getting jury duty. Yeah. I mean, I get it on purpose if I can because of the extra leg room. And like I said, because I know in an emergency, I know I can figure things out. I trust myself. I believe in myself. I'm pretty good in emergency situations. And I've been in a lot of emergency situations. I trust myself. Okay, so I'm good with that. I'm good with that responsibility. Not patting myself on the back, not a hero. We're all wired differently. That just happens to be something I'm wired to be decent at. Airlines here charge people more to sit in the emergency row because you get there. Yeah, that's how it is here too. Uh, yeah. Was Spirit any good or those horror story? Yeah, no, Spirit was actually it was cool. It was fine. I mean, I don't know if like a longer trip might suck. The chairs are definitely not comfortable. I know they have the more expensive like comfortable chairs in the front, but for just like a quick turnaround trip, dude, it was fine. It was fine. Other than, the boyfriend trying to put all our lives at risk by putting his girlfriend that didn't understand what was going on in the emergency row. Um, but then, so we had turbulence coming in to Vegas, so it was like really windy. And I was just thinking about turbulence. And like this is not even a big enough thing to even have on the checklist up there, but I couldn't think of what else to put. But I was thinking like the actual feelings, like the actual experience of your body going through turbulence and stuff, or like certain movements. You guys know that feeling when the plane just kind of dips and you just kind of whoa, you just kind of float out of your seat for a second. I would love all that stuff. And I was like, why if I go on like a roller coaster or I'm driving something like a go-kart and you slide, like why is that enjoyable, but on a plane it isn't? It's anxiety inducing. Bay Area Aviation, you might have some insight to this. But I just realized it's because I'm not aware. To me, that is the difference. I figured it out after all these years because I was like, why is it so unsettling? But then in other situations, it's not. And it's like a roller coaster, you don't have control, but you know what's going on. You can see what's going on. But in a flight, the pilots could be in the cockpit panicking and crying and trying to text their family goodbye, and I don't know. But if I was in the cockpit, I feel like I would enjoy it. The harsh, like when you have to hit a hard turn or the dips, like I would enjoy it because I would know what was going on. But the fact that I don't know what's going on, not even being in control, not saying I have to be flying. I just want to be aware. So I kind of wish there was like a video feed of the cockpit so I could see their faces. Like, are they cool? They're cool with it? Okay, everything's fine then. Um, so yeah, it was super windy. And I'm not, I don't fly like a ton. I'm not like a jet setter by any means. But this is like the first time I felt uh, a sideways movement where like the plane doesn't tilt, it doesn't like turn, like it just went like this. And it was just doing this like a lateral movement. It was strange. It was strange. And that was a little worrying. And as we're closing in, we're getting close to Vegas. You could see that it was windy because there was these like hazy just fronts, like almost look like dust storms just moving across. Um, and as we're getting close to the runway, like the plane really starts jostling. Like it really starts moving and it's doing this. Um, and I think I got part of this on video too. So like I'm gonna record this in case we flip over and I'll have to save this this dude's. I was gonna say something mean, but I didn't. I was trying to be funny, not mean, and then I was like, no, but it'll come across as mean, so I'm not gonna say it. But I'm saying I will have to save this dude's girlfriend because he won't be able to do it, you know? Um, so we come in, we're moving like crazy. As we go to touchdown, perfectly smooth, beautiful landing. Like one of the smoothest, most comfortable landings ever, even though it was a terrible approach. And the pilot or people started clapping and then the pilot came on and literally said, how about that landing or something like that. I had my headphones on so I didn't hear it clearly, and people started clapping and stuff, and I was like, man, that was actually so impressive, like how bad that approach was, and they touched it down that smoothly. Man, pilots don't get enough credit, man. It was cool. Like to me that was like Steph Curry hitting a three, you know what I mean? Like he nailed that. Um, I wish I knew like which pilot it was because there's two pilots I saw. Um, but I thanked him as I left. I was like, "Thank you guys" or whatever. Uh, I just, they need some appreciation, man, because that was sick, dude. That was like, I don't know, that was like they dunked on somebody. You know what I mean? Like they hit a 450, 450-foot shot right over the fence. Yeah, it was great. Um, but yeah, did you get to see your family? The boy himself and my mom, yeah. Boy himself helped me with FansFest. Hate that feeling, especially when taking off, like falling backwards. Yeah, and it's just crazy because like that sensation, the sensations of turbulence, I love in other situations. And literally it's just I want to see what's going on. If I was sitting in the cockpit, even if I'm not flying, I think I'd be okay with it. But the fact that I'm back there and my mind just thinks like, uh-oh, The pilot just peed his pants, and here we are, all these dumb fools back here, just like do listening to our music, and we don't know that we're about to nosedive into the valley of the sun. You know what I mean? But it's just funny because those sensations on a roller coaster, I love turbulence. It's like being on a roller coaster for me. But I think it's because people just have that weird anxiety about the plane going down. Flying is the worst thing ever. Not afraid, just get motion sickness. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bay Area aviation, like, I like the sensation of turbulence. It's the mystery. It's the not knowing. Coming in sideways like that is a crosswind landing. If you look up videos of it, it looks terrifying. Yeah, I actually saw a couple videos recently, and that's what I was thinking of when we're coming down. Um, it was so impressive. It was so impressive. Like, I wish I knew that pilot's name, dude. I'd get his jersey. It was great because I really was expecting. Because to me, I've had some like really hard landings. To me, those are the worst. That's when like my anxiety spikes and the adrenaline spikes. So I was like bracing for that. As we're coming down like a few hundred feet up, I'm like embracing. I'm like, all right, we might we might start, really feeling bad. And I didn't, not that I thought we were gonna crash, but I thought for sure it was gonna be a rough and tumble landing, and it wasn't. Oh, it was butter. Oh, oh, it was butter, dude. It was like a Steph Curry 35 footer, nothing but net, dude. Shout out that pilot. What's up, Jennifer? All right, the season tickets thing I was gonna talk about. Let's see if I can find this. Give me just a moment. Do do do. Is this? Oh yeah, this is right. All right. All right. So if you guys haven't seen this, um, this is just a visual aid. So this is for the Packers, the season ticket list is decades long, or the wait list rather, to get season tickets. It's like almost, it's like 100,000 people. I don't know. It's something crazy, right? So literally some people will get put on the list at birth and won't get season tickets until they're like at least middle age, if not older. Like they'll be 50, 60 years old till they finally get to the front of the list. Um, I saw some guy say something about like he put his 16-year-old daughter on the list at birth and she's still like number 80,000 or something. Um, so apparently actually didn't see confirmation of this, so I don't know if it's actually true or just a rumor. But the rumor is that the Packers are gonna start rescinding season tickets for people who don't actually attend the games, but just sell all their games. Um, because basically there's people that will have season tickets and they will do nothing but sell them every single game. Um, so the Packers, again, I don't know if this is confirmed or not. I didn't look it up. I just saw an article thing or some post. But the thing is that, yeah, they obviously want season ticket holders that go to the games. And remember, the Packers are also community owned. They're not just a private entity like that. Although they do have, their leadership or whatever. Um, so the people are kind of divided about this. I met you test at the pizza place, and you were very rude. That's not true. What pizza place? I'm never rude. Tell me what pizza place right now. And it better not be Bronco Billy's, dude. So yeah, the season ticket holders, they're like, uh, some are very divided, right? And I saw this. Let me make sure I tried to censor it. Let's make sure it's censored. Yeah, so this was what someone posted under this. If you can read it. So this policy is very disturbing to longtime loyal season ticket holders. I grew up directly across from 1265 Lambeau. I sold popcorn, pop, and peanuts at that stadium. Was in the neighborhood group of kids that started the bike tradition. We are loyal fans. It's not an iconic stadium. It is our old neighborhood. Your family has 4 tickets since City Stadium opened. We don't scalp the tickets and love to see people get to enjoy the Lambeau experience if we sell our tickets. But at 71, attending games has become tough to do. Love the tailgating, but in-game experience has changed dramatically. Standing for the entire game is ridiculous. This is not a college venue. Zero respect for older fans who can't stand that long or get up and down all game. If I want to watch the game on a jumbotron, I can do that at home. Won't even mention the inflated concession prices or the horrible wait times for the bathrooms. We want to see professional football, not attend some carnival event every Sunday. Packers have never been as greedy and disrespectful as they are now. Sad to see this all evolving. Um, so this comment had a ton of comments back too. Um, and I gotta say, like, I love these old school kind of fans, but man, this comment is so, I don't know what the word is. Selfish, I guess, or just yeah, just selfish, just very very just I can't even think of the terms for it because I'm so tired. But it's just like I think this is dumb, and most of the people disagreed with this too. Here's the thing, like I totally get that you grew up going there. You are as tapped in as anyone. Um, but season tickets are not a birthright. Like you are not in the royal family. You know what I mean? Like, and everything they said, all the problems with the game, like at 71, attending games has become tough to do. And it's like that doesn't mean the tickets just go to waste. Like if you no longer enjoy going to games or you no longer can, then shouldn't someone else have the opportunity? Um, it seems like you had a long life of enjoying Packers games. It's not like you're missing out. Um, it's just this kind of entitlement to think that it's a birthright and you shouldn't just keep them just because you're entitled to them. I just don't think that's how it works. Now, the idea of the organization just making a decision like that though is a little bit worrisome and should be, I guess, discussed and should be uh looked at critically. You don't want an organization to just come up with a reason for taking away someone's tickets. Um, so, I totally understand that, but this entitlement to me is insane. This is insane. Um, just give up your tickets to people, give up your tickets to other fans if you don't want to go to games anymore. You don't just get to keep them just 'cause. Fighting for tickets that you don't even want is crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like they just think they're just entitled to them. Um, and they're missing the point. They're missing the point of like the season tickets and all that. And obviously I've told you guys I think the 49ers are too, which is why being a season ticket holder for the 49ers has been not always the easiest thing. So it can go both ways, right? It can be the fans, it can be the organization, it could be a mixture of both that cause issues or make things difficult. But in this situation, I kind of agree with the Packers. I kind of agree with the Packers. Um, yeah, give up your tickets to someone who wants to go. Like you're not entitled to them just because. It's just it's a weird thought to me. It's a weird. I wouldn't just be like, oh well, I'm entitled to them because I'm on the list. Like I got them. Um, and I totally understand, 100% understand that this would suck for them because they like, giving away their tickets to their family or to friends or whatever. Yeah, that sucks, but at the same time, like the the team is making a decision that is ultimately good for the experience of trying to make sure that people are going to the games that want to go to games and aren't just opposing fans or whatever. Like they want to make sure as many of their season ticket holders are at games as possible. And to me that makes sense. That makes total sense. And in the Bay Area, for example, there's a lot of transplants, there's a lot of people from other places and more over the years, right? So we've definitely seen that where Oracle Park now has a lot of opposing fans. It used to have a lot less, and it seems like every year there's more and more. And certain places, I mean Vegas, I'm sure too. So the Vegas, I went to the Golden Knights game. Tons of Golden Knights fans. The place was packed. It was great. There was a lot of Canucks fans. A lot of Canucks fans. And Raiders games you see because it's Transplant City, and obviously the Raiders haven't been here long. You see a ton of opposing fans, and I just don't like that. So I've never been to Lambeau, but I obviously want to go eventually. If I go to Lambeau, I want to be surrounded by Packers fans. I don't want to be surrounded by fans of whoever they're playing or random teams. Or if I go see a Niners Packers game, I don't want to be surrounded by Niners fans. I want to experience that fan base. I want to experience that stadium with that fan base, with that team culture. If I go to a Cleveland Guardians game, I want to be surrounded by Guardians fans. I want to know what they're about. If I go to a Chicago Bears game, I want to be surrounded by Bears fans. Um, and I understand that may even be a little contradictory to say because I'm an opposing fan. I get that. My point, I want it to be majority team fans. I want there to be a few amount of opposing fans, and I want us to get heckled respectfully, not like rudely, not beer poured on us, but give us a hard time, poke at us, laugh. It's like when you walk through the tailgate, make fun of my team, then offer me a beer. And then I say, I don't drink, so no thank you, but this is going to be a fun game. Let's have a good time. That's what I want. As a 4-on-5 member, the thing I hate about Oracle Park away fans is that there can be tons in that section. Yeah, for real. How are you getting access, especially not with other people? That's interesting. I wonder. I wonder. Um, can people sell their membership for a game or no? I thought that you couldn't. So that's very interesting. Unless it's very possible that there's corporate accounts, maybe like a corporate membership for a 415 club, and then they give it to clients or something, maybe. I don't know. I wonder. I'm curious. Um, but yeah, man, I just think I I agree with what the Packers are doing. Um, and I don't agree with like what the 49ers are doing, raising the prices. And I told you guys, man, this season's gonna be rough on me because we don't have any exciting games at home this year. We don't have any premier teams. Hopefully it's good for the team because it might be an easy schedule. It's looking like it has the possibility of being an easy schedule. Obviously it's the NFL, things can change, but there's no premier teams. So my tickets this year is going to be very difficult to figure out. So I'm probably just going to try to go to as many games as I can. Um, and you could say it's hypocritical because I give away and sell a lot of my tickets, but there's literally two reasons for that. One, I'm wanting to hook people up with the experience. I want to give my tickets to people that otherwise can't go or have a difficult time going. That was my whole plan. But also, number two, it's because they keep raising the prices. If they didn't raise the prices every season, I wouldn't be scrambling to try to sell tickets to try to get some money back. So if I was still paying what I was paying when I first got them 4 years ago, then maybe I wouldn't have to try to sell them. And it's also the reason why I'm making the decision that I am looking to maybe give my tickets up. To me, there's no entitlement there, but they're making it more and more difficult for me to just be a fan that wants to hook people up with the experience and go to games. So, yeah. If you want beer, pour it on you. No, the place Philadelphia or Boston. Yeah, can't sell tickets there, and it seems more like something for the fans, not something for a business to sell. They just get a suite at that point. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I know some people in the 415 club too. I'm gonna ask people if they know how that works. This sucks that sport leagues are turning a blue collar hobby into a hangout place for these corporate fat cats. Fair warning, I'm not in a good mood. I'm sorry, right guy. No, I agree. Like I said at the NBA All-Star game, too many sweater vests, too much business casual at these games. You go to Chase Center, it's a business meeting for a lot of people, and it's like people are hooking up clients with tickets to see Steph Curry, you know? And I get it, but it also just people don't realize they're ruining the vibe. They're ruining it. They're ruining the experience, and they don't care. Like, I might have told you guys this last week, but our precious baby boy Gabriel, he got to go into a he got to go into a suite and watch a Warriors game last week, and he posted a picture in our Discord. Uh, join our Discord, please. It's fun. He posted a picture. There was a lady next to him in the suite reading a book on her phone or Kindle or something like that. I don't know what it was, but she was reading a book, and it's like, why go, man? Like, there's like when I think of that. This is why I'm so thankful anytime I'm at a game. Like I've been to so many Giants games. There's no possible way I could ever like go back and find a record of all the games I've been to. I've been to that many, and still every time I walk in that ballpark, I'm like a little kid. I'm like, oh, look, it's so cool. It's so cool. And so I when I think of that, like that lady just sitting there because she got a suite or whatever. It's like I just think of the little kids at home, like watching the game, just thinking, "Oh man, I hope someday I get to see Steph Curry." You know, or football in Europe wins. They have a dedicated section for away fans. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Support the away team outside the area, and you'll get bashed. It does keep the passionate atmosphere amongst the fans. Yeah, what's cool about that is when they have like opposing chants and stuff. That makes it fun. Away fans have their own section here in the U.S. Um, Sometimes the own sections though for American sports, I don't know if I'd really want that because I do like to be mixed up. Like when I go to Giants Dodgers games in LA, like I like to be around Dodgers fans. I like to have a good time heckling each other. But I don't know. Maybe the alternative would be funner. Use Seattle as an example. Teams use a fear playing it in a CenturyLink field. At CenturyLink field, yeah, that's half away fans. Dang, is it really? That's too bad. Most people would be excited to see a game at Oracle Park. Yeah, I mean, people just it's dude, the amount of times, like especially when I get tickets at Oracle Park, like down, behind the dugout. Like that's definitely my favorite place to sit is like behind the home dugout. Um, I don't always sit there, but when I sometimes have the money or I get hooked up sometimes, which is cool. And I get to sit there. I mean, there's so many people that just show up. They're not wearing any gear. They're not even a Giants hat, not even a pin, and they're just wearing sweater vests or Patagonia vests and just business casual, and they sit there and they just yap away about like work stuff, not even paying attention to the game. I mean, that happens constantly and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It was definitely a breath of fresh air like going to all the A's games the last couple years because it was less of that, but man, it's annoying. Oh, whenever Niners come to town, seats The alleyway sidelines is all red. I didn't notice that in Seattle. They even have team pubs. Oh, they do? That's funny. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know. I gotta figure out what to do with my season tickets. It's just I can't deal with the price increases. And this season is, I think, I want to say the biggest price increase. It's been a price increase every year, but I think this is the biggest one, and it's the worst schedule. We have no, I forgot who we're playing, but we have like no Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs. Like there's no premier teams playing, no Bills. Like we have like no popular teams coming to Levi Stadium this year. And yeah, I one time I went to the Road Timbers game in Seattle. They were waiting for all the Sounders fans to leave, and then either police or security gave us a go ahead to leave. Wow. Speaking of, I'm gonna post in the Discord, right, guy, but I found some really cool old pictures of Providence Park. Um, yeah, that was my thing about season tickets. Other than that, what are you guys up to? I'm back in Vegas, baby. I'm back in Vegas. I do have some plans. I have some plans this week. Some other stuff I want to film. Um, Part of me wants to try to drive to Phoenix for spring training, but I'm working out here, so it's not like I have a ton of time in between work. Um, and it's like I don't want to. I've never been to spring training, so I don't want to like pop in real quick. Like I want the whole experience. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Vegas Golden Knights video should be out this week, and then I'm gonna try to get the FansFest video out right after that. Um, and then I got some tickets for some stuff out here in Vegas that I'm excited about, and hopefully I can get those videos done so that I can have some time also to go check out some ghost towns and stuff. I think it's not to be too heavy-handed, but I think it's an important time in history where history needs to be retold because people are forgetting it. Um, and yeah, uh, a random side note too. I'm whatever your opinions and thoughts and political leanings, religion, whatever it is, I always say this is an inclusive channel. I'm an inclusive person. I can deal with different types of people. I love diversity. I love diversity of thought. I love diversity of culture. I love all of it. Um, my my red line though is intentions. If your opinion or culture or whatever is hateful, um, or intends to demean or vilify someone else or harm someone else or anything like that, that's where I draw the line, right? Now we can have disagreements about like many things, but I can't be around people or cool with people that are okay with other people being harmed or hurt or bothered or even upset. Like I don't want anyone to be upset. That's what's crazy about that dude saying I was rude in a pizza place. No, I'm so sweet. I'm so sweet to especially customer service, dude. Dude, when I leave this room, which I don't usually get cleaned because I like to clean myself, but the lady checks on me every day and makes sure I'm good. I'm literally gonna get her a gift when I leave because I'm thankful how attentive she was and how hard she works because I see her all day long, pushing a big heavy cart around, and she's so sweet about it. Okay, so someone saying I'm rude in a pizza place, you got the wrong guy because I am as nice as can be, especially to customer service, retail, food, like those people. I don't think I've ever been rude in my life, even on a bad day. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I draw the line, and that's the difficult part about talking about politics or touching on politics because obviously, if you're paying attention, there's a huge movement across the globe, but especially in the United States right now, that is mostly based on vilifying others, and saying they're the problem, whether that's true or not, which it isn't. And so it's hard to draw that line. And when I do history videos or anything, I just want to be truthful because there is and there should be kind of a shared reality, a shared truth amongst people. And that's what's scary is right now, certain people in leadership positions of power are telling you, just like some of the books, like 1984, not to believe your eyes and your ears, but that it's all a scam and they're all doing this or they're all doing that or these people are doing this. And that's scary. So I think it's important for me to get to some of my history videos before they no longer allow me to make them and I'm thrown in prison for being a dissenter. Um, wasn't it MLS saying it would be seen as one of the historic venues? Yeah, Providence Park's cool. So I confirm you got my address for the giveaway stuff. Yes, I did. Yes, I got it. Sounds like MLS fans are adopting the English hooligan mentality. For real. If they had to walk them out like that. You seen a movie called Rise of the Foot Soldier? I don't think so. I just think of Ninja Turtles when I hear Foot Soldier. Uh, go to the Grand Canyon, short drive out that way. Yeah, I would like to do that. I went to the Grand Canyon when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since, so I would like to do that. I might go to the Hoover Dam at least, depending on how much time I have. But yeah, Grand Canyon would be cool. So I'm trying to decide like if I take a little mini road trip from here, which direction I want to go, because there's definitely some other ghost towns and stuff I want to see. So much for those prices going down. Yeah, for real. Keep a copy of 1984 in your nightstand? Dang, that's hardcore, dude. You're studying up. Um, with that, all that said though, I'm down to debate respectfully too. I don't insult people. I don't call people names. We can debate. But I guess I'm having less and less patience as more and more historical events happen and more embarrassment is brought upon the United States. And as someone who does try to understand history and tries to have humility to know that I don't know everything and that I can be wrong and that there should be an objective shared reality that we all have, um, it's harder to not just call things out. And let me just call one thing out. The thought or the phrase or the thing that people always say that the country should be ran like a business, and that's why we need a businessman, is possibly the dumbest thing to ever be uttered in life. That is so wrong. That is, and look, and usually I'm cool, like, hey, if you that's how you feel. No, you're wrong. That is not a government's job. A business is meant to turn a profit. The country is not meant to turn a profit. It is to take care of its people. When they were attacking the post office 5, 6 years ago, whenever that was, they were saying, well, the post office is losing money. Yes, it's supposed to, dude. It's a service. It's a service that also made us one of the most powerful and forward thinking countries in the world. And that goes to show, just defunding education. People don't understand how important a functioning and efficient post office is. It's not a money making operation. It's not a business. It is a service that we, the taxpayers, pay into to keep running. Um, it's just so stupid, dude. It's just so stupid. It's hard to even. There, profit should not be even uttered when you're talking about government services. Okay, Chelsea Football Club, Green Street Hooligans. Oh, I've heard of that. I'll check that out. Hoover Dam on the way to the Grand Canyon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'll get as far as the Grand Canyon, but hopefully the Hoover Dam. Um, and look, it's just getting harder and harder to bite my tongue. The country is not supposed to be ran like a business. That's stupid. And if you don't understand why that's stupid, then Do your homework, dude. I'm not doing it for you. But you're wrong. You're just objectionably wrong. This is not a subjective thing. You're wrong. And that's why so many, every country pretty much, almost every country, is failing its population because they're trying to run it like a business. And certain people are trying to enrich themselves in something that shouldn't be ran like a business. Um, Also, another short history lesson. I won't go down this path because I want to, but I won't, dude. Europe, uh, Europe has, for almost as long as recorded history, Europe has been embroiled in wars and battles and chaos and political turmoil. And one of the most peaceful times in its history has been the last few decades. There's been some, flare-ups. There's been, Bosnia, Kosovo. There's been a few here and there, but luckily they don't expand past that. They don't turn into world wars like they once did, right? Where more and more people get involved. Um, so there's been conflict, but it's otherwise been one of the most peaceful times in Europe in recorded history. And one of the reasons for that is NATO. And the fact that they're trying to dismantle NATO, as we all called, we knew this years ago, because that's what Putin wants. NATO is the only thing preventing Putin from taking back all the Soviet territories that he feels entitled to. At least that's what I think. And now Elon and Trump are saying they want to, they have qualms with NATO. We're paying into it, and other people aren't paying as much, blah blah. Even though Germany paid the same amount as us, a lot of other countries do. People are just we're look, they're trying to manipulate us. NATO is one of the reasons that Europe has been as peaceful as it's been since World War II. And the fact that they're trying to dismantle that is incredibly scary. And the fact that Americans, because we've been fortunate enough to have very few conflicts on our own land since the Civil War, the fact that Americans almost just have this, it's like an entitlement to peace. They just think, oh, the war is never going to land here. Um, if we go down the path of dismantling NATO, ruining all our relationships with our allies, which we've been doing one by one, the fact that we Canada's one of our longest and closest allies, and we've just attempted to just basically burn that bridge is insane. And let me just tell you, the conflict can come to the United States. And if we go down the path of ruining all diplomacy that's been built since World War II, that is something that could happen. Um, Especially since now apparently we are aligned with the Axis powers, and that is not something I would ever think to see in my lifetime, which is incredibly sad. And when I say the Axis powers, someone asked me actually, because I said this on Instagram, and someone asked me like, "What do you mean? That was like Italy, Germany, Japan, whatever, where?" And when I say the Axis powers, I don't mean literally those countries. I mean the ideology. And we fought in World War II. All the sacrifices of everyone in World War II, at home and abroad. All the people at home that had the war effort churning along. All the people that sacrificed on the beaches of Normandy, from us and all our allies. Um, the people that fought in Iwo Jima and whatnot. They were all fighting against authoritarian regimes, against fascism. And now we have aligned with the fascists. We have aligned with Trump. Uh, I mean, with Putin. But same. Um, it's just, oh, nice. Gabe's video will drop soon. Nice. Boulder City has a go. Yeah, Boulder City is. I'm trying to check out Boulder City. Trump and his whole canon being the 51st state is getting old. It's ridiculous. Um, we take it for granted that our adversaries are across an ocean for sure. How do you watch Warriors games? The NBA app here is asked. I have YouTube TV, so I get to watch it on local channels. So I don't think that's an option for you, unfortunately. Dual American Canadian. I live in Canada. I got people telling me to boycott going to the States. Dude, I don't blame you, man. Like, and it's so sad when like, look, man, I don't want to go on this forever because I'm not, obviously it's not a political channel. This is an inclusive channel. So people that vote differently than me, I want them to also feel comfortable with me and with this channel. Like, I don't hate you, I, but there's certain things I can't, you guys know how much I love my history. There's certain things I can't, just let fly by and not mention. Okay. And the meeting with Zelensky and Trump and JD Vance was one of the most shameful things to ever happen in American history. The fact that they treated him like he was the aggressor when all he's doing is defending his country. They try to spin it like they're taking advantage of us, as if diplomacy is not a thing, as if we have not put ourselves in that position. Since World War II, we have put ourselves in that position. And now suddenly it's a problem. Um, and the fact that we have, the thing is, yeah, Ukraine's had problems. There's some bad people in Ukraine. Like that doesn't matter though. Like what people don't seem to understand that don't understand history and that it does repeat itself is we're basically at the point where the closest, I guess, metaphor is Ukraine is Poland. And this is our chance to stop Hitler at Poland. That's why so much money is being sent to Ukraine, not because it's being just funneled and misused or whatever. It's because they're trying to prevent a World War III. And the fact that people act like Trump and the Russia collusion thing was fake, which obviously it was basically proven if you read things that weren't just filtered through his administration. Um, the fact that him and Elon are saying and doing exactly what Putin would want, but they're not a Russian asset. That cognitive dissonance, I don't understand. They want to dismantle NATO, because that's what Putin wants. They want to stop funding Ukraine. They're treating like Ukraine as if they're the bad guys and all they're doing is defending themselves. That is insanity. And it is a shameful, shameful time in our country when we align with the Axis powers instead of the Allied powers. And if you don't understand that metaphor, please just read a book, watch a documentary. I can't help you. I can't do the homework for you. Okay. So many people in my family, I'm sure people in a lot of your guys' family, fought and died. Now, this country's not perfect. We've done a lot of terrible things. Unfortunately, the reality is a lot of those terrible things also kept the peace and kept the stability and also enriched our country, which, you got to tell both sides of the story. So I'm not saying it's a good thing, but the peace that we've had as a country and the fortunes we've had, most of it is because of our diplomacy. And World War II decimated Europe, and we were able to build more. We built more factories. We changed. We pivoted industries to help the war effort. We enriched ourselves by World War II because we weren't decimated. And Europe, which was the powerhouse before that, was had to rebuild. And the United States was able to rally ahead and basically become the superpower it is. But we're destroying that diplomacy and we are aligning ourselves with exactly what we were fighting against in World War II. Um, we can have differing opinions. I care and love for everybody. I would never vote for anybody to have their rights taken away, whether I hate you or not, whether I dislike you. And that is the difference is I have empathy for people that are different from me. And I don't vilify people of a certain a race, religion, creed. ideas, ideology, whatever. Um, my issue is with individuals and their actions. So that's why someone like Putin I don't like, right? It's not because of he's Russian. There's plenty of Russians I love. Um, I have to speak up, even my tiny little channel that barely anyone watches, I couldn't sleep right if I didn't speak up. That this is a terrible time in our country. And if you don't see what's going on, I think they pulled the wool over your eyes, and I think you need to disconnect for a while. And I think you need to read some World War II books or something. Um, it's shameful. We are now the bad guys. And as terrible as some of the things the United States has done, when you kind of focused out on global politics, we've been playing the good guys when it comes to peace, stability, diplomacy, and promoting democracy over authoritarian regimes for the most part. We have propped up a lot of dictators, but it was on small scale. I'm talking about big scale. Western world. All right. We still do terrible. We've still done a lot of terrible things in the other parts of the world, which I'm not cool with. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to especially like Europe and the Western world, we were one of the main reasons uh, that it's been such a peaceful time in our lifetime in Europe and North America. And we're ruining that. And we're aligning ourselves with fascism. And that sucks. Anyways, all right, I'm done with that. Okay? Still gonna go to the States. I got Bills season tickets. Ah, Bills season tickets, you lucky guy. You lucky guy. Um, and look, if you disagree with me with the political stuff, or you see things differently, this used to be politics used to be like, how do we use our tax money? I think we should have less taxes, less services, or I think we should have more taxes, more services, whatever. Like those were the disagreements, not like, do these people deserve to exist, or do these people deserve to have free speech or not? Do these people deserve to be here, or should they be jailed or imprisoned because they think differently? Like those are not reasonable disagreements, you know? And so even if I say like the running the country as a business, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. If you believe that or you think that, I still have love for you. I still have empathy for you. I still care about you. And out of that love and empathy, I will just tell you you're wrong. Okay? You're wrong. This is something I know for sure. And I am very often wrong too, but this is one thing I'm very confident about. And I think I think if we debated, I would feel comfortable with my chances. Live right across from Buffalo. I can see Buffalo from my driveway. That's dope. Yeah, dude. So oh, you got Price out of the new stadium. Dude, that sucks, dude. I have to go to Buffalo this year to see the Ralph before it's gone. So I gotta figure out when, because I really wanted to see a snow game, but it's like it's too hard to plan for that. So I don't want to miss my chance at seeing the Ralph because I tried to see a snow game and I missed it. Because I've already missed it twice. I already had two trips planned that I had to cancel. So I don't want that to happen again. I'm just gonna try to, Russia's NFKRZ. He's Russian but very anti-Putin. Well, I hope he stays safe because obviously Putin likes to disappear people who disagree with him. It's hard for Canadian Bills fans because the conversion rate, I guess. Yeah, I could see that. Um, Look, man, and the thing is, I will never be emotional discussing politics with people if we disagree or whatever. I'm not never, but like I'm good at keeping a level head. I expect that same respect, and I know a lot of people can't do that. But look, I straight up think that MAGA is a cult. I think that Trump is. We've had some terrible presidents, but I think he's the worst president ever now because he tried to overturn an election. He's ruining our diplomacy. He's trying to cut Medicaid and Social Security now. That's a scam, by the way. They're lying to you when they're saying when they're saying Social Security is corrupt or whatever they're trying to say. It's wrong. It's just factually wrong. The data shows that it's wrong. Um, and he is a billionaire who enriched himself, or his family enriched himself by exploiting people, and then he enriched himself by exploiting people, is not suddenly on the side of the people. He is not doing anything for the people. He is a terrible person. He's shown to be a terrible person. He's been a terrible person to his own child. Um, the fact that anyone would trust any of these billionaires is beyond me. I will never understand it. But Social Security is not corrupt. And one of the first people that they fired were the inspector generals. They're the people who root out the corruption and charge people, which does happen. There is a system in place to root out corruption. Now, is it perfect? Probably not. But that is the problem with people like Trump and the fascist people, the authoritarians and whatnot. When something isn't perfect, they will try to completely get rid of it. It's sort of like when with COVID, they were saying, masks don't work because they don't work 100%, but they still worked a good percentage. And when you deal with something like a virus spreading, every percentage point counts. It helps every percentage point. So if it's like binary thinking where it's either it works or it doesn't, and that's just not reality. So yes, Social Security, there's some people that game the system, but guess what? Charge them, put them in prison, and that's it. But for years and years, people like me have said that, this administration would want to cut Social Security when they get a chance, and they would always deny it. Supporters would deny it. And guess what? Suddenly, it's a corrupt process. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm going on a rant. I hate to see our country going down the drain, dude. And it feels like the end of the American empire as we cut off all our allies. And just please learn history, man. Please learn how things work too. I think one of the biggest weapons against ignorance is just understanding how processes work. Understand how the government works. Understand how the government department works. Understand how science works, how vaccines work. Just figure out how it works, and then you'll realize how much you're being manipulated to believe certain things and how certain theories just don't hold up credibly at all. Anyways, every single politician is corrupt. Some are just more than others, which is why I don't mess with politics. Shot simple, I disagree with that. Um, I think there's plenty of corrupt politicians, but I don't think they're a monolith. And I think that is an issue because I think the bad actors, they want people to either support them or be completely checked out and apathetic and disillusioned by the process, which is what it sounds like you are. So I'm just saying this to consider this. Consider this that for the bad guys, having someone just not be involved or not vote is pretty much the same as them winning a vote. I think it's important to be involved, and I think it's important. I think it's our civic duty to to learn about the politicians and understand who is corrupt or who isn't, or figure that out, right? Listen to them, look into their backgrounds, watch their interviews, scrutinize them, criticize them. Um, I think that is our civic duty, and I think bowing out of that helps the bad guys win. And I say that with love. So I would say that your voice is important, and in your home country, I think your country would be better off if you did pay attention or got involved. Now my throat's itchy. Luckily, I have Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar though. Not sponsored by Gamby. business email in the description. But that brought me back, you know. If we still can vote, I think there's really good politicians. I think there's really good. There is good people out there. And I think more than anything, I think the system is broken. And so when a politician has to work within that system, oftentimes they get blamed for that, but it's not them, it's the system. And I think that's why it's important to slowly but surely. The thing is, democracy is a slow burn. Nothing changes overnight. So you need to slowly but surely, which we've been doing. The world has made incredible progress. And that's what's sad about us dismantling so much of that progress now. And you know, blaming the person defending his country instead of the actual aggressor, because for some reason that aggressor seems to have his tentacles in you. A multi-party system. I mean, the binary system can work if people were just involved, because then you slowly just move. And I understand there's always going to be more perspectives than just two, but for all intents and purposes, we could get it working. Obviously, it's not a perfect system. I do think we need ranked choice voting. Still gonna vote and all that. Well, yeah. I don't know, man. Look, I'm not an expert. I'm not smart. Okay, I'm a dum dum. I just wish other dum dums would admit you're a dum dum with me. Okay, so let's be dum dums that care about each other and stop being manipulated by these billionaires. You can't become a billionaire without exploiting people, which is crazy to then turn around and think that billionaire is somehow a champion of the people. That is insane. That is insane. You know, there's no one person worth that much money. Nobody brings that much value to the world. Oh. Anyways, look, I'm sad, man. I love World War II history, and I just see it all playing out again. There's just too many parallels, and it's sad that we're apparently on the bad guy's side. And I know I look, it's more complex than that, like than just good guys or bad guys. I get that. And obviously the victors get to write the story. Totally understand that. But World War II was one conflict where it was pretty clear. It for any most modern conflicts, I mean, World War II was the most clear of who was in the right and who was in the wrong. And now we're setting everything up the same way, just with different actors, different players, and we chose the traditionally bad side. Sorry. Um, I'm going on a rant, dude. I'm going on a rant here. But look, I love everybody and I would never vote to kick you guys out of the country or anything like that if you think differently than me. But at least like listen to logic and you know. I promise you Elon Musk is not in there tinkering on the rockets, okay? Oh my god, it's itchy. All right, anything else we should talk about? Look, I'm gonna be running around Vegas, okay? Haven't gone to Circus. I've been stuck in this hotel and then I went back to the Bay. Don't let me tell you otherwise. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that, man. I try, you know. I'm only human, dude. I've I've been I've done bad things. I've been a bad person, but overall I wanna be a good person, so you know, I try. Try. So thank you. I think you're a good man too. I think you're a good man too. I saw you shed tears, dude. I saw you shed tears, dude. I think you're a good man. You have empathy, you shed tears. Mhm. Um, if you guys have any ideas what I should do, I want to go to Omega Mart, Meow Wolf. Go use this camera. This camera would be sick. And Meow Wolf, 3D or 3D, 360 camera. Do I have anything else to show you guys? I will have a huge life-changing show and tell when I get back to the Bay. I'll tell you that much. I I got so much cool stuff at FansFest. Um, and I have a ton of stuff left over that I'm gonna just start having with me. I'm just gonna give to you guys if you see me. Okay. I got a bunch of vintage pins I made. Oh, also I should have talked about this earlier when I talked about FansFest, but my t-shirt samples came in. So I wore one of them for half the day. I switched it, but you may have seen one in some of the pictures, or if you were there, you may have seen it hanging up. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the shirts. So, Sui Prince, shout out to them. They help Last Dive Bar, Gamer Athletics. They help a lot of people with their stuff. They did some samples that turned out really good. Um, I'm trying to decide how I want to do it because I really wanted to manufacture it like a real clothing line. I want tags and everything. And so I got to figure out how I can do that, how I can do it the way I want to do it. And the shirts, put it like this. I have my merch shirts, variety stuff or stuff with the Vertlife rocket, right? But when I do these shirts, I don't want to just like print shirts to sell. I'm trying to do like legitimate like fashion pieces, if that makes sense. Which obviously changes things. It makes it different. So usually a higher price point, unfortunately, a longer manufacturing process. Um, there's pros and cons to both, you know? Um, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I will unveil the shirts soon. Now I gotta sneeze. Huh. I'm okay, folks. He's okay. What is going on? All of a sudden, like my sinuses, my throat. Dude, what'd I get on the plane, dude? Was someone coughing on the plane? I didn't see him. Uh, anyways, yeah. So I got some really good feedback on the shirts. Some people really liked them, and that was really really nice to hear. That made me happy. So yeah, hopefully I can get those done soon. I'm gonna be looking into how I want to do it. I have a few different paths I can take, and I'm trying to decide what would make the most sense. Um, yeah, so I have more of the vintage pins. What else did I have left? The metal prints I have left as well. I'll try to get some of those for people. I got variety pins now. All right, I got variety pins. I don't have that many left, but I'll figure out a way to get those to people if anyone wants a variety pin. I feel that uh it would be cool to get those to people. Uh it wasn't from empathy. I was starstruck by my favorite national airline. Relax. You agree to take photos with me? You have a Vertlife rocket car decal for sale? I think I have an extra one. I just found it. I'll give it to you, bro. I don't need to sell it. You going to some FIFA World Cup games next year? I would like to, yeah. I It's one of those things like I mentioned with the Super Bowl. Like I don't really want to go at Levi's because I go to Levi's all the time. I want it to be more special. Because I feel like if I go at Levi's, it won't feel like the World Cup to me. The shirt samples look cool. I'm glad you liked them, man. Back to sports ball. NFL putting a team in London is stupid. I agree. London NFL too. I agree. Unless they bring the Concorde back. A 3-9 earthquake? That's getting up there. You all right? Oh, and I forgot to mention Debo, man. When I was talking sports earlier, uh, we traded Debo. And look, a lot of people, a lot of people like play armchair GM all the time, and I don't do that. Um, I'm a sentimental guy, dude. I'm a sentimental guy. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I loved Debo. Just this past season, I got a Debo jersey. I got a Debo shirt that I really like. Like Debo was one of my favorite players. Him as a guy, I really liked. I enjoyed his energy. Of course, when he had the contract thing, I didn't like that. Um, I didn't like the way he was really behaving for that. But we're all human. We're all human, so I kind of forgave it. But man, I'm sad, dude. I'm sad. Uh, it's one of those things where it's like the players you really like, it's like you wish they could just play forever. It's like with the Giants, I wish like Barry Bonds was still there. I wish Royce Clayton was still there. Like, I wish they could just not age and just play forever for your team. And so it's like Debo, I really wanted him to be a career Niner. And look, the armchair GMs, it's like, oh, he sucked last year. He had a down year, but he also had pneumonia for like half the season. He was literally hospitalized with pneumonia, and pneumonia doesn't go away overnight. And I've had pneumonia, and it was awful for months. So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, he had a down year, but I'm just sad. And obviously, we only got a fifth rounder back. That was stupid. And he went to the Commanders. He's going to be with Adam Peters and an organization that's familiar with him. And with the what's his name at QB and stuff, he might have a great year. So I definitely wish him well, but I'm sad, man. He brought a really fun energy to the team, and it's like we had the walking out with the boombox and all that, and it's just ah. I would feel so much better about it if we actually won the Super Bowl last year. Like, if we actually won the Super Bowl, I'd feel better about it because, like, okay, we got ours. But the fact that we went through all that, the ups and the downs, and Debo was there and we didn't get over the hump, it'll never sit right with me, and it sucks. It's like I'm trying to think of another example, but there's been other times where a team had like a player like that was a fan favorite and whatnot, and then that fan favorite leaves, and then that team wins a championship, and there's always that like, man, I wish that player was still here. And so it's like even if we win one, I would be like, there'd be part of me that's like, man, I wish Debo got his. And then if he wins with the Commanders, then I'll be even more bitter. They only got a fifth rounder for Debo. You're gonna document the West Sacramento Airs. Yeah, I'm trying to go to the home opener, but it's very pricey, but I would love to. Out here, if I don't end up at Giants Fan Fest this weekend, which I should be at, but they have a A's and Aviators game down here in Vegas, so I might try to see that if I'm here. Um, near Hollywood, nice little jolt. Huh. Think letting Debo go was necessary. Loved him so much we fell off, acted weird, and overall seemed like his head wasn't here. No, for sure. His energy was off last year and stuff, but it's like having pneumonia for half of the season. It's hard to really blame him if his production was down. Um, I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was him that fell off. But either way, man, I have nothing but love for Debo, and it's sad. And again, maybe it was overall the right move, but it doesn't. I'm a sentimental guy. It's always sad. Apparently Ayuk is possibly on the trade list also. That's what they're saying, but it was just a rumor. You never mentioned Curry's 56 and the 12 threes. I didn't mention that. Dude, Curry went off, dude. He dunked it against the Sixers and they somehow won. I did want to say that Sixers game though. Uh, those throwback style jerseys, they're not throwback style jerseys, they're Spectrum jerseys. And then the floor says the Spectrum. I love it. I love it. And then Steph came in with the Allen Iverson jacket. That was sick. Um, the Sixers have a really fun history in a lot of ways. Um, but that loss sucked. The refs kind of screwed us on the out of bounds play. But yeah, but Steph going off, it's just there's nothing better, dude. Oh, shot simple. It was in the Discord, dude. You should join the Discord. JK's back for some Knicks. Nice. I hope Jimmy Butler's not out for too much longer either, because obviously we saw the difference he's been making. It's been better than I expected. So watch out for the Commanders. That's what I'm saying, dude. The Commanders, Adam Peters is over there, man, putting it together. Now it seem like they're going to a retool. Is that fair? I don't think they're going to. Not. I guess a retool is fair. They're definitely making changes, but it's not like a rebuild. Charles Haley to the Cowgirls was a bad trade for sure. Yeah, feels very reminiscent of Joe Pavelski leaving the Sharks. We've never been the same. Uh, I agree with that. That was also that's one of the things too. I was talking about with someone like there's always going to be, I think, if the Sharks can finally get a cup, which would be obviously incredible. The fact that they never won with like Pavelski, Thornton, Marlowe, like that will always suck too. You know what I mean? That'll always be like a little thing that'll bother Sharks fans. Spectrum is a throwback, right? Yeah, the old arena. Um, and their logo, their those city jerseys or whatever they're wearing, those are based on like the Spectrum logo and stuff. I have a really cool old vintage Spectrum pin. Steph was getting MVP chance at the free throw line. Yeah, like there was a ton of Warriors fans there, but also I think Steph just transcends sometimes where it's like even opposing fans know that they're seeing something incredible and something historic and it wins them over. Like he's so good it wins the other team over. It's crazy. But yeah, dude, he cooked them. Um and it was cool that it was like a comeback and like you don't want him to have to do it, but it's so much fun when Steph just puts the team on his back. It's so much fun, you know? God, I'm gonna miss Steph when he's gone. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Commanders fans do deserve to have nice things now that the cancer owner is gone. I agree with that. Traditionally, I've always liked that team for the most part. Not like a huge fan, but they had some players growing up that I always liked. I always thought their logo was cool. The old Redskins logo is a really cool logo. Um, I do think the name needed to go. I don't know why people are so caught up on wanting that name back. Uh, it's like let's just avoid that, you know? And they're like, well, this Native American guy says it's okay, and it's like the guy's like totally a white guy that had, you know, 8% something down the line. It's like, all right, dude, you didn't have to look. If there's any controversy at all, just avoid it. That's kind of what I think. Like, if there's even a tiny percentage of people that it makes them feel bad, just avoid it then. Whatever. And Commanders as a name is kind of growing on me. I don't mind it actually. I think some of the other names uh might have been cooler, like Red Tails. What was it, like Warthogs or something? That one sounded cool. I think it was Washington Warthogs or something. That would have been cool. Um, but Commanders, I don't think it's as bad as people think. I think their jerseys suck though. Um, do wish they could have paid homage to a local tribe and keep the logo. I agree with that. That would have been cool. Everyone keeps saying they knew he was on one when he hit that three at the end of the half. Knew he was on one when he hit the midi a few times. The three to end the half confirmed it for sure, man. The Generals, that would have been cool, but like that name's been used multiple times. I think someone probably owns it. They probably own the rights to that name. Um, Sort of like the Utah Yeti and the Yeti company not wanting them to use it. Um, there was some other sports thing I was going to talk about. I don't remember. Look, I miss Debo. Steph's been cooking. The Warriors are gonna win it all. The Giants are gonna be much better than people think. Okay. Unfortunately, the A's are gonna be better too, I think. Um, dude, I saw Ruben Sierra yesterday, dude. I was right here with Ruben Sierra, dude. The coolest leg kick ever. Miguel Tejada was right in front of me, folks. Come on, dude. Jose Canseco was right in front of me. Um, so yeah, I guess my final thoughts is don't be in an emergency row if you don't understand what's going on. And again, that is not a knock to that young lady for not knowing the language. That is not a personal fault or anything like that. It's just situationally, don't sit in the emergency row, and it's all good. And then when we're on a flight that is based in a country with the language that you speak, I will fall back because I'm a dum dum that doesn't know the language. Um, isn't that so stupid when like I'll just say it, it's always white people that are just like they'll make fun of someone for not speaking English perfectly, and it's like, yeah, but you don't speak any other language. Like the fact that they can speak it at all, they're already way better than you. Anyways, braids are fire. Thank you, man. Thank you. The braider did her thing, even though it's uneven. This side is way higher than this side, and I wanted it like this, but she did this. 8 months of growth down the drain, but it's all good. She was super sweet, and I appreciate her. She did, otherwise she did a great job. It was probably my fault for yapping too much. We had a great yap session while she did my hair. We had a great yap session. Okay, so nothing but love, and she will be braiding me again before I leave Vegas. Okay, because dude, I get it. Things happen, dude. Be chill. Another reason why the guy who said I was rude at a pizza place earlier in the chat is wrong, dude. That was another that was another cute as a button white boy with braids with a little bit of bleached hair and a nose ring and a tattoo behind his ear and on his arms and his leg. And that is incredibly charming and thoughtful and smart. That was another one. Yeah. Uh Cleveland Indians were opposite the Redskins. They had an extremely racist name. I don't know if they should have changed the name. I think the Redskins is extremely racist. Am I wrong? Washington Pigskins would have been cool. I agree. Pigskins would have been cool. They could have still been called the Skins. Loki want to see the A's make the playoffs to see how they do the stadium situation. That would be interesting. I don't know where they would play. Sounds weird saying I knew when he hit the midi. He never does that when he just starts scoring from everywhere. Dude, that game was so much fun. That I got so much FOMO wishing I was in Orlando. And the old Cleveland Indians logo was oh yeah, you're right. I wouldn't say it's just white people. I see people from all different races and these clown people from not speaking English well. No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I see look, not clowning, but white people seem to be offended at it. Working at my old job speaking Spanish, the lady got mad at me and said, don't you speak English? Respond to her in French. That's funny. Got the Jimmy Rose. Kinda, yeah. Um, all right. I'm still gonna be in Vegas next week, so we're gonna have another hotel stream. Next week, I didn't get to it this time, but I'm gonna talk about NFL Red Zone and why I hate it. Did I already talk about that? I had it in my notes, so I might have touched on it, but I hate NFL Red Zone, and I'm gonna rant about it. Um, yeah, dude. Dude, guess what, dude? Not only did he get teriyaki, let's try that again. Not only did he get teriyaki madness, dude, but he got crab rangoons, he got chicken pot stickers, and he got noodles for later because he knew after he took his nap and he did the live stream, he was gonna be hungry. He plans ahead, dude. He plans ahead and he plans well. Okay? And that's it, dude. I'm in a hotel room with crab rangoons, dude. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the people that were there at FansFest, FansFest 2025. I hope we do it again next year, and I will be there. Hope to see you guys at some Ballers games, some Roots games, some Giants games. Um, and also, again, I 2025. I got to do more history stuff. Got to do more history videos before it becomes illegal to talk about actual history. And in Vegas, I'm gonna try to do some cool stuff. And Golden Knights video will be out this week, and then FansFest video, I hope this week, but I don't know this week. It might be next week. But I'll try to get those two videos out soon, and then I do have some history stuff to drop. So we'll get that going. And what else is going on this year? I want to go to the Valkyries home opener. I want to go to an A's game to check it out and document it, do video. Um, and I'll be back in Disneyland in July, so I'm excited about that. Um, they seem rushed. I can see that, yeah. Miguel Tejada liked your post? Dude, that is sick. Asian food, in my opinion, is the best cuisines in the world. It's hard to argue. Yeah, Red Zone, in my opinion, only appeals to the gamblers and low attention fans. So yeah, that's part of my rant. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when I have more time. Crab Rangoon is whitewashed Chinese food, but it still slaps. No, whoa, 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 right guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, gotta stop you there. Food doesn't slap, my friend. Food does not slap. Okay? Food smacks. Okay? Music slaps. I'll tell you the genealogy. Music slaps because the speakers are slapping and they cause your trunk to slap. That's where it started from. Now E40 put out a song called The Slap, and that's what popularized the term. Okay? That was when it went big. Now smack, these are Bay Area terms, and this is why I'm bringing this up because this is important because the world misuses and culturally appropriates our words, so it's important. Smack is because the food is smacking. Your lips are smacking. Nom, nom, nom. That's it. Schmacking. You might even put the H on it. Schmacking, right? You're like, man, this is schmacking, like because it's making your lips smack because it's so good. So music slaps, food smacks, and that's it. All right, and it's okay. I get it. Right? This is just education. Right? You meant to say it's good. No, we understood you, but there's been a battle. There's been a cold war between the Bay Area and the rest of the world that has been misappropriating our words and our culture. Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar, everybody. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Also, speaking of that, I'm glad you just brought that up, actually. I'm gonna do a series of TikToks on Bay Area slang, okay? Because I'm so tired of whenever people do videos or posts about Bay Area slang, it's all the same words. What does hyphy mean? No, I'm gonna talk about the real slang that nobody talks about because it's so, what's the word? I'm talking about words and I don't know the words. It's so normalized and used so much, and so many words that are used worldwide are Bay Area words, and people don't know the genealogy. You know the word hater? Everyone says, "Oh, my haters." Everyone's got haters. Everyone uses that word, right? Old people use that word. Old people ranting on Facebook talk about their haters. That's a Bay Area term. God, I love the Bay Area. I gotta look it up again, but I think Fillmore Slim started player hater, and that turned into hater. And I'll go through the whole genealogy, dude. You know, it popped off because our everyone's favorite Diddy used it. You got a PhD, player hating degree. That's when it went mainstream outside of the Bay. Um, it's crazy, like how one hit song using a term will then suddenly make that term grow and grow and grow. But anyways, look, it just is what it is, man. So is bussin' universal? Bussin' is for food. I've never heard someone say bussin' for music. Right, using code gamer at the last Ibar booth doesn't work in person. Came right with this game, man, like Summer other tour. There you go. I swear I didn't know. I know I'm not mad at you. I'm just educating. Um, real talk. Everyone says real talk. Politicians will say real talk. That's a Bay Area term. And you know who brought it out of the Bay? This is how much I know. Real talk was a Bay Area term. Fabulous, the rapper, Fabolous, right? I like Fabulous. He came and did some songs in the Bay. He did a song with E40 called Automatic. And guess what? He did that song with E40 called Automatic, filmed a music video with him and all that. And suddenly his next album was called Real Talk. And that's where it went mainstream. The guy knows his stuff, dude. So if you say you hear Real Talk, you hear Hater, that's Bay Area game. And it's been I think culture should be shared and spread, but I just want people to know that it's from the Bay also. That's all. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Bay Area over everything. All right. That's why I got the Bay FC jersey. Let's go Bay FC. All right. Of course I got the Dana Castellanos right after they or right before they released her. You know, just like I got the Debo jersey. Imagine a game show like Jeopardy, all hip hop history and lingo. I'd be rich. That'd be cool. Um, yeah, I appreciate you guys. I need my crab rangoons now. Um, like I said, I'll still be in Vegas for a little while. And I appreciate you guys, man. And I'll talk more about FansFest. I'll show you guys some of the merch I got. I'll try to hook you guys up with some merch as well, the pins and all that. I just really, really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And instead of being in this lonely hotel room by myself, I get to yap away and get some feedback from you guys. It means a lot. And I hope you guys enjoy, some of the upcoming videos. I'm excited about them. Gamer Athletics video is coming out in the morning on the Gamer Athletics channel. He probably cut all my parts out because he's jealous of me, but that's fine. Uh, love you guys. All right, I love you for life.